Hi, gentlemen.
All right.
He's coming right now, Captain Myers.
You want to go up for this?
Okay, go ahead. I got you.
Sure, just cover yourself in?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just.
Yeah, we'll put it right here.
Oh, you.
This individual is not allowed.
I don't. No, we gotta call. What is your last name?
We'll talk to you in a second, okay? Because we got 2 calls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got 2 calls here. That's all it is, okay?
How are you doing, gentlemen?
Good.
After one of his altercations with an employee upstairs,
Okay.
he shoved his phone in their face, claiming to be, he says that he's a First Amendment auditor. He shoved his phone in her face. She stopped it out. After that, it became a habit of his to come here and literally go upstairs and harass her.
Okay.
Today we had a public meeting, which, of course, anybody from the public can go and attend. Problem is, afterwards, he was not allowed to go back into the further areas of the building without following the procedures outlined in this letter.
Okay.
He violated them, and again went upstairs and harassed the same employer. Bernalillo. We're not denying him access to the building. We're telling him that anytime he comes here and enters this building, it must be for legitimate reasons, and it must be contacting Gary Chavez and advising him of what his purpose here is, what he's here to do, and whatnot. As I was trying to again hand him his, I think, 4th letter advising on the policies and procedures, he slapped it out of my hand.
Okay.
At which point I asked him, why did you assault me? Why did you hit me? Why did you hit it out of my hand? He turns off his phone, which I think he filmed the whole action of slapping it out of my hand.
Okay.
At which point he has now refused to leave the property. We have consistently told him that if he continues to violate the procedures that were given to him, we will follow up with criminal trespass.
Gotcha.
Which, as per our security manager and our client, we would like to do.
Okay.
So what would you like to be done today?
Criminal trespass.
So you want a criminal
We
trespass?
would like to criminal trespass him from the property. We do not want him to continue to come here.
Let me call and see. 'Cause we're on foot. We took this. Let's see if we can get someone close with them.
I understand. Let's get out of your, right out of your way.
I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
I know, if you just, somebody had to. Thank you for pulling the short straw.
No. There's no asshole guys in here?
No, right now, this is not the actual headquarters.
Oh, yeah.
This is, they come to pick up papers that need to be served,
That's
restraining
about it.
orders, evictions.
Yeah. Today's March or April 6th.
But I've been trying to come in, but they're trying to stop me from going in.
Okay.
Trying to violate my rights, going in and getting her me
Okay.
or assaulting me. You got that? I don't know what they told you,
Uh-huh.
but they're trying to say how I'm harassing people or anything. But what I want to do is I want to get that lady's name up there. They assaulted me, or not assaulted, battered me. You know what's your name again?
Overa.
Vera and Iceberg.
Yep.
How you saying like she battered you?
How did she batter you?
Okay.
Well, that's my statement of battery.
Who did you file this for?
No, I just made a note. I made a statement and notarized it so I can give it to you guys when you guys come. But anyway, I want to get her name because I don't have her name, and they don't want to let me in. They don't want to. They don't want to even give me her name.
So why did you wait so long? This happened September 8th of 2020.
Because I've been trying to see if I can handle it with them, without getting you guys involved.
Uh-huh.
Without wasting you guys' time,
So-
and this. But
No, I get that. Well, what was your goal? What were you trying to accomplish with getting our name?
so I can make a report.
Okay. So why not just call on that date that it happened?
because they had already called the police. And so I was waiting for you guys. You guys never came.
No one came?
No one came.
Okay. And the next day, we could have came back and called again too, right?
I came back to see if I can get her, to see if I could get any help, see if they're gonna do anything, if they're gonna, write her up, give her some kind of report or something, see what, follow up on this,
And
right?
so what happened with that?
And nothing happened. What they ended up saying is, they tried to start flipping it around and tried to say that, oh, now you're harassing us. So, no, I'm just trying to settle this.
So you came here today for is to get her name, right?
Get her name and I can file a battery report with you guys. So you guys arrest her or do whatever you guys do.
No,
I don't know.
it wouldn't be an arrest. And just so you know, you are being recorded as well, okay?
Yeah.
So,
That's good. Where's you guys' camera?
it's right here.
How are you? Good.
So what did she do to battery? She approached
She grabbed my camera in my hand.
approached me and grabbed me and my camera very aggressively. I struggled to break free from her threatening grip with success. Is that the point of battery? Is that what I'm reading correctly?
She grabbed my hand and my phone, and I had to struggle to get away.
How close were you to her when this happened?
I wasn't close to her. She was close to me. She
So-
came up to me. She engaged me. She
Do you
came
know
to
there's
me.
video footage?
Yes, there is.
There is video footage. Yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to show us?
Yeah, I can show you.
Does that mean that'd be part of
I'll show
evidence,
you.
right?
And if I show you, what are you guys gonna do?
We'll determine if there's charges to be done.
And if there is charges, it'll be a summons.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. And like I said, you're okay. You're saying you're being recorded as well, and we can't tamper with our recorders, okay? So whatever's on here is on here. All right.
That's good. Well, sometimes you guys end up missing. You
No,
know what I mean?
no. I promise you, it will not be missing.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, we don't have anything. So like, we block our cameras, and it gets uploaded, and we have no control over that. The only thing we have control over is the on and off
Not you
button.
personally.
Well, but that's the same. Like I can promise you on my part, like
Yeah,
whatever gets recorded gets on here. Okay, and yeah, like we can't tamper with this thing at all.
Alright.
Do I show off for ice or level? Is the mic gonna come or something?
Yeah, he's bringing it on.
You'd like to see that too? This is.
I don't know what this is. What is it?
It's a Bernalillo County Charter, Article 7. Read this, and they're violating this charter right here by trying to stop me with that paper that
This paper that he gave me.
yeah. it's
Because you understand, man, we're coming into this, we don't know what's...
We're
Yeah.
fresh.
We don't know exactly what's going on or what's...
And this is the starter right here, man. This is the beginning.
Have a great day.
Can you tilt it towards me?
Yeah. Is there volume?
Yeah.
So this is the planning.
That's upstairs.
What floor? Second floor?
Second floor, yeah.
Yes, I am. You're a public figure. I got cameras on.
And I just think she'll walk away and I'll carry on. She walks out that door, but she'll come back in.
And you need to get another job.
And she walks out, but she'll come back in here. Look, there she is. She walks back in. And so I continue on my tour because I'm visiting. You know, this is first time here. And it's new. They just opened up. I'm checking out the artwork. Boom.
Hey, don't touch my property. What do you think you're doing?
Don't record me.
That's assault right there.
Don't record me.
This is assault.
You are imposing on my rights.
You
Don't
don't have
record
a
me.
right. You have
So
no-
she grabbed the
you have no
camera?
privacy.
Mhm, my
You
hand
have
and
no
my
privacy
camera.
in public.
And you saw she walked that way and then she came back.
Were you injured?
So she grabbed my hand.
Okay, were you injured?
I wasn't injured.
Okay.
And what time was
But
this?
I don't like being touched. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean?
Recorded. I wasn't doing
What time
nothing.
was this?
That's what it's probably
Just
around
assaulted me right now.
3:30.
She grabbed my phone. My phone is extension to me right
And
now.
September 8th?
Yes.
No, I have a right to record in public. I was over here recording, taking it to her.
And what hand was it?
The place had just opened up.
Your right hand?
So I'm taking it to her, looking at everything, asking questions.
Exactly like that. So what we'll do is we're going to send you a link to your cell phone prior to a text message, so you can upload that video to our evidence unit. Okay? And that's something we could do. Okay? So you don't have to like put it to a thumb
You can
drive.
look it on okay, I can send it.
If you put it on YouTube,
Yeah.
the attorneys aren't going to go on YouTube.
No.
And pull it. That's not evidence.
No, that's not evidence. We're going to send you a secure link to upload it to the cloud where they can pull it and watch it.
Yes, I understand where you're coming from. We got to look into more what's going on. Again, me and him stepped in. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We
This happened on
seen the
September
video,
8th.
So give us time.
This is why they don't want me because of that.
Can I hold on to this stuff real quick?
Yeah.
So let us go in there and try to figure out what's going on.
Okay, I also want you guys to uphold your oath because, like I said, they don't want to let me go in there. You guys are supposed to be
I understand that, Mr.
letting
Hernandez.
me, you know what I mean, letting me be able to go
Yeah,
in there.
like also I said, we're fresh into this. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's sort through the mud, and we'll get back to you.
You saw what happened.
Of course, yeah.
That's all the,
Yeah,
And that's one thing, but we're going to try to figure out why they don't want you back in here.
yeah.
because of that.
Because of that.
They think I'm harassed. They think I was harassing her by filming her.
And it might be one of those things where when we go to court, where we may have to just put the CT in order just for right now, and then when we go to court on it, then the judge can kind of up to say, you know what, it's good. I mean, parties aren't going to be involved in any kind of disturbances. That's all they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent any kind of more disturbances from occurring.
But I'm not doing anything.
I know, but between you and her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not
No,
she's
I
the one
no.
that did something to me.
I totally get that, Mr. Hernandez. But that's just for protection for right now, right? And then we go to court on it. The judge can be like, yeah, we know it's over with, it's done. I mean, Mr. Hernandez, you're good to go. I mean, there's no evidence. Whoever he is, like, hey, it's his right to record in public.
And your name
It is your right to record in public.
Right,
but yeah, and the only time it doesn't become is like there's like a victim or
Yeah,
like
if
something
I
crazy.
do something wrong,
Exactly.
if I break the law, if I'm harassing somebody,
Exactly.
or if I'm bothering him.
But
I
I think-
didn't see you harassing nobody.
Yeah, right. See, I was
Just give us a chance to figure out what's going
okay.
on.
But I think this could have went a different route if you just called us and of course you just wait for us out here until we got here. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to come to a point to possibly give you a CT or trespass. You know what I mean?
You can't give me a CP. I didn't do nothing wrong.
It doesn't
I know.
matter.
It doesn't matter. You can't trespass me if I don't do something wrong.
So the reason is because if the security feels that there's anybody from the building is
Yeah, go ahead and do
they
that.
could go do that and I'll explain it to you.
All right. Go.
It's not. No.
I'm off right there. Hope it doesn't pick up my gun. Huh? Yes. Honestly, man, you can't see people from a public building. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to see, but yeah, I mean, we're not going to go to. I'm going to have to let him know. And he's right.
Call them, tell them when I'm coming in, where I'm going, what department I'm going to, how long I'm going to stay there, what my agenda is. I can't do anything else.
Well,
You know what I mean?
when I did the tour here, that's kind of the way their policy is. To tell you the truth, is they do want to know where everybody is going, so that way there is no threat to anybody.
It's none of their business unless they think there's a threat.
What's that?
I said it's none of their business unless they think someone's a
And that's what I'm
threat.
saying. It's easy to think that if somebody's just walking around there. So you see where
There's
they're
no-
coming from?
no.
There's two sides to it.
You're just talking about suspicion. Oh, he's suspicious, and that's a threat. You can't
No.
make
There's
you
gotta
can't make
be.
any kind of suspicion or
But the
threat.
thing is there's got to be a reason why you're here.
Exactly, and there is.
And what is it?
It's accountability and
For what?
transparency.
For what exactly though? I
For
don't
what
get it.
exactly? To see what they're doing. It's not only transparency, it's
So
to
what
see
were
the
you asking
service.
for? I'm just curious.
It's for the
We
service
just got
and-
here, so I don't even know what's going on. So,
No, I was asking, I want to get this lady number because she battered me.
Chen has somebody's number?
Not her number, her name.
Okay.
Did I say number?
Yeah.
No, her name.
Okay, I was gonna say that's kind of harassment there.
I like it when women abuse me.
So, okay. Yeah, and, you know, it's,
But anyway, that's what happened. I was recording her and she got upset and she grabbed my phone in my hand.
and did she feel, maybe she felt threatened? I mean, you don't know. I mean, you're a guy, she doesn't know who you are. So I'm just saying both sides.
I hear what you're saying, officer. What's your name again?
Avila.
Avila. And what's your number?
3365.
336. Are you guys' cameras on?
Yep.
Of course.
Right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? She's feeling that way, but I'm not doing anything. You
But
know
that's what I'm saying. We don't know. We can't.
Oh yeah, no,
say
you
how
guys
you
can't.
made
Yeah,
her feel.
you guys can't. But I'm telling you from my.
But
If you don't want to take
don't
my
know if
story
she's
though,
not
you know.
scared either though.
Scared of what? A camera?
What's that?
Scared of a camera?
If I didn't know, okay, let me put it this way. If it was my wife and somebody was doing that to her, I'd probably get in the way. I'm just being honest.
You know what? I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
When you want privacy, you make it. So if someone,
So-
get in the way,
that's the thing. So-
give your wife privacy, right?
So, but that's what I'm saying. So we don't know. That's why they're going to talk. They're going to get both sides of the story, and then we'll go from there.
But there's no expectation of privacy when you're in public. When you're out here, that's why there's cameras everywhere and you can't say nothing.
Yeah, but there's.
Because there's no privacy.
But you still can't go
No,
up to
no.
somebody and.
There's no
You
privacy
can record
in
me all you
public.
want.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
There's no expectation of privacy in
No,
public.
but what I'm saying is, she's at her office and you're doing that. So
It's a public office. You're in public. There's no expectation.
Okay.
You're not gonna win it. You're not gonna win it, man. What's your first name?
It's Avila.
Okay.
Yeah.
Avila, you're not gonna win that. Avila. There's no privacy
So what's your
when you're
name?
in public. Carlos.
Carlos one. Exactly.
No, they got it already. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
there's no privacy in public unless you make it. You know what I mean? If I come around here with a bottle, with a can or like a bottle of root beer or something with a bag over it, and I'm drinking, it's none of your guys' business what I'm drinking unless you have reasonable, articulate suspicion that I'm drinking alcohol, right? I'm over here with a bag, surrounding this bottle. Hey, what are you doing? You drinking, buddy? Are you drinking? No, I'm not. Well, what do you got it covered for? Because it's private. It's none of your business.
Okay. Yeah,
Now,
since
if you
you're going a
sus-
different
now,
route.
if you suspect
Yeah.
that if I'm all, and my words are all slurred, then you think,
See,
oh
look,
wait,
I
he
see
must
what
have
you're doing.
alcohol.
You're trying to turn things around
He
too.
must have
You're
alcohol
pretty
there.
good. I give you that. I give you that.
I'm not turning around things.
Oh, you
You
are.
have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion.
It's called reasonable suspicion and probable cause. Just so
Reasonable,
you know all that.
articulable suspicion.
Reasonable suspicion.
Raz.
Yeah.
Reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime is being committed.
I know my job.
I know it too. I
Yeah.
know your job too. I know the law.
So,
Okay.
like I said, they're gonna go figure it out. There's a possibility that you could be trespassed from the building.
Doesn't matter. I just need her
What's that?
name.
And I'm not gonna do that to you. So,
Oh no, they
Yeah.
gotta give me a call because I can't fill out a battery report unless I get her name, and her name's public.
How does she
She's
batter
an
you?
employee. Huh?
how does she got it?
Well, I was just recording her and she grabbed my phone in my hand.
That's not.
How do you think you got the right to touch somebody else?
But
You know what I mean?
yeah.
She touched your phone. Hello, sir. How are you?
My hand and my phone.
Welcome.
I was like this.
Was it and
She
then
went,
was it to hurt you?
yeah.
Okay. So so
As far as
no,
I'm
just
concerned, when
I'm-
someone
I'm-
comes up to you and
So
grabs
I'm
you,
just helping
shit.
you out. You might want to read the battery city ordinance and see if that falls under it. 'Cause-
It does. I looked it up.
okay, what does it say?
Battery, being unwanted touch.
In
touch someone.
insulin or crude and insulin manner.
It doesn't
so-
have to, you just don't want to be touched. It doesn't have to be. And I got the video, you should grab him. Okay? I don't know. I don't know. You guys weren't there, obviously. You're kind of
Yeah.
trying to figure out where.
Of course you're true. That's what I do.
That's cool.
I've been doing this
That's
job a long time,
investigating.
so
You know what I mean, dude?
I like to figure people out.
Doesn't always.
It's my job.
But sometimes you guys don't investigate good enough. Last sheriff, he just was taking hearsay. They said, "Oh, he was harassing the employees here." He's like, "Okay, come on, man."
Hello, sir. How are
He's
you?
already about to grab me by my arm. I said, "Hey, hey, 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 hey!"
I know.
I said, "You just took his word and you didn't even ask me anything or say anything, and you're already grabbing me." I was deputy sheriff.
How long have you been coming by here? Do you go to the same floor? Or do you go to the
First time for the visit, you know, because they first opened up, you know. And the second time, and then they battered me, so I came back in so I could get the information and, you know, so, and I wanted to see if they would just have, I didn't want to bring you guys involved, right? So I thought, you know, it's all cool. Let me talk to supervisor, see if she's getting any, you know, reprimands. You know, she got a write-up or something, you know what I mean? What are you guys going to do to, you know, fix this so nobody assaults the public again? And then, you know, I go over there and before you know it, stop harassing us. I'm coming in to see what's happening, if you guys are taking care of it. And then, you know, oh, you're bothering us. No, I'm just
And there's probably
making
other,
sure I'm safe.
There's probably other ways you could go around that.
And if I wasn't recording,
Yeah.
they would have said, oh yeah, he hit me too. You know what I mean?
Well,
They
they have cameras everywhere,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they would make that up.
Nah,
Yeah.
But they are making it up that I'm harassing. You know what I mean? And I even showed these officers and they're all, okay, that looks good. So that's why they went up there to go get her name. But these guys now, see how the way you guys are supposed to be protecting people from the government. Now that happened, they don't want to let me go in and, you know, and do just record, you know what I mean? I'm not doing anything wrong, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't. I'm not like
Yeah,
putting it in
different with
the.
us, like us, you can, I mean, we can't say nothing
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah.
different, but I,
But why is that? Why is it?
huh?
Why? How
But
come?
what I'm saying is in the building like this, it might be different, so we'll figure
But
it out,
how come we're allowed to record you?
because I'm a public servant.
I'm what are they?
Yeah, but they're
There you
in a
go.
different capacity though.
The same. A
Yeah.
public servant is a public servant. An officer, you're serving us.
And what's
them,
your
you're serving-
position? What's your position?
Hers?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is.
So why are you recording them?
Huh?
So why are you recording them?
So I can see the
Oh, okay.
service.
See, I'm just trying to
So I
figure
can-
out why you're recording them.
There's lots of reasons.
Because I know why people record us, because, you know, the media makes us look bad, so if people record us, you can make sure we're doing our jobs right.
Right. For
And,
transparency, right?
Yep.
And accountability.
So, but like I said, I don't see
And
I
up
don't see
here,
the
same
reason,
reason
yeah.
up there. Well, they're public servants too, right? We pay them taxes to handle businesses that people need to, like business that they need to handle, like property
But some of
lines
those
and
properties
boundaries and
and all
stuff
that
like that,
need to
right?
be, they're not for everybody
So
to
people
see.
need to come in to do that business, and that's what they're for, to
Okay.
take care of our business, right?
Yeah,
Public servants.
I guess
So-
I just see things different, yeah.
Well, you know what, we pay our taxes for them to take care of us, to handle this kind of business, so we can operate
Yeah.
in the city, so we can do, you know, this and that.
And I understand it, but like I said, I could say me, if I wanted to know how they were handling something, just Google it and or send them an email and then they have to respond, you know? There's just different ways of handling it.
There are many different ways, but this one's very candid. It's a very candid way of doing it. It's like when you go do a drug bust, you don't call the drug dealer and say, hey, I'm going over there and I'm going to do a drug bust tomorrow. Put away everything and clean up everything, okay?
It's a great fishing day.
I'll be there tomorrow around 6:30. You don't do that, right? Because you want to catch them in the act.
So what do you
Come
want
in
to
here,
capture anyway?
you want to catch him being not in the act of doing something bad, but in the act of doing something good. Being good servants. Hey, they're handling customers good. Look, he's giving them good service, answering all the questions, greeting him nicely. How are you doing, sir? Good, good, good. what can I help you with? What's your problem? You got anything? No, show them in a good light.
Yeah.
I'm just recording it. Whether they go in a good light or a bad light is up to them and how they act.
Okay. Yeah. And like
So,
I said,
and I'm not like in their face or,
Yeah.
hey, you know,
and
I'm
like
just, I stand back here.
And I said, like I told you from the get-go, I'm not taking sides, but I just, we don't know how they felt, you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing too, so. Yeah.
How are they?
And I'm just telling you, we have to look at it from both sides.
You can't, feelings. You guys aren't feelings police. You guys
That's
are law
exactly what I
enforcement.
said. We don't know
That's
how they
all.
felt. So that's why we have to investigate both sides.
Caused by his actions in September. That's why he's only supposed to be here during legitimate business. He's supposed to advise his point of contact, what he's here to do. And when he came in, and I again gave him that letter saying, hey, you can't just come on in. You've got access to the building, you've got access to the resources, but you cannot just come in and harass the employees. He struck that out of my hand.
Is there a video footage of that?
Yes.
Okay,
That-
we're gonna go talk to the lady first, right?
We're gonna deal with what happened on September 8th. He wants to file charges on her. She did walk up, she grabbed him.
Yeah, the cell phone.
Cell phone, you can't do that, that's bad. So we're gonna go talk to her.
And me and Chester understand that we are in a public place and you are allowed to be recorded in a public place. As long as it's not used for, some bad stuff, you know what I mean?
And then we'll deal with that today, because he's wanting to file battery charges against her. And then we brought up him criminally trespass today. And he's like, you can't criminally trespass me from a public place, I guess, which he is right. But if we can talk to you guys today about what happened today, then we may have something else.
Yeah, and that's what, we have video on it.
So we got
Yes, we
we're
pulled the
trying
video
to,
for that.
we're trying to
Yeah, just have it saved.
mitigate two different things, that he's reporting one thing and you guys reporting the other thing.
Yeah.
So
So I'll do the report like on the CT part for the battery.
So we're gonna handle. Let's go talk to her. Then we'll bring back down and talk to you.
If you're gonna build a what? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
You're just putting a screen over your covered patio. Okay.
Well, actually, it could be me. I filmed him one time, but I didn't talk to him at all.
Okay.
So he put in a request to get my video off my phone.
You're not adding any square
Me
feet, are
recording,
you?
him recording me.
Okay.
Okay.
But she,
Okay.
Was that on the September 8th incident?
did you say September 8th?
Then you'll need a building permit.
I
Then you'll
think
need a
mine was
permit.
after that, because the first time he was in, are you
Yeah,
looking
this
for
one's-
Bernadette or?
He don't know
What's
who
the
it is.
square, what's your
He
let's
filmed
look
it,
at your
but-
address first.
Let's go all the way over there.
Yeah.
I saved my video so he wouldn't say I picked on him.
Gotcha.
I didn't say he, and I saved my video so that he wouldn't say that I was
That's a smart thing to do.
into him, yes. But if I can find the video, I can tell you when the date that one was. My phone is harder than I am, so one second.
Yeah, don't stress yourself out. We're not.
Oh, no, no. And I was joking. I was saying the police are coming.
So, hi.
Here's my guy. So this was on November 18th, 2021, when I recorded him recording us. But no, I didn't.
Oh, see, he comes and take a whole tripod.
I'll let you talk to him when I go talk to Tom.
You want your phone back?
When you're done, you can just leave it there if you don't mind.
Okay, that wasn't.
No.
Did you have an altercation with a guy?
Yes, I did.
And what happened on that day?
He came up and he was, are you just doing this for report? Do I need to get somebody to protect me?
It's
What are you doing this for?
So we're looking for charges that could be potentially filed. he showed us video footage of what happened.
Okay,
So yes, I mean, that is your right to have an attorney, for sure.
okay.
But the only thing we would need from you is like your name and information. Oh, no, she's already kind of booked her, right, for an
I'm
attorney?
not gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's the right.
And that's her cell phones, if y'all guys want to take them back.
I want to make sure it's the right.
Yeah.
This one right here.
There we go.
If I can just turn it off. So I'm Lucas Tapoy, I'm the director of
Hi,
this
sir.
department.
I'm the officer of Adult APD.
Hi, so are you guys here in response to?
So we're here, two different things.
Okay.
Yes.
We're here, the security call reference a mail that was causing a disturbance in the bottom of the building.
Okay.
We get here, the mail that he called and also called, wanting to report a battered that happened in September. So we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Because we're getting one thing from security and another thing from him. So we're trying to figure out who was contact who, what happened at that time, and what happened today. What, you know what I mean? There's two different things going on at once.
Yeah.
We're just trying to sort everything out because we came in blindsided.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to figure out
Thank you.
who's doing what or what happened.
Sure. I can give you a pretty good rundown of what's occurred and how we got to where we're at right now, and then we can kind of fill in the blanks. But so this gentleman, Carlos Benavides, has started coming around our office, I guess, or this building about 7 months ago with his phone camera.
Yeah.
And he was filming. He just kind of told us, well, he's filming artwork and people that making sure his government's working, right? And which seemed pretty harmless to us and was fine. But then he started getting in the face of staff, and he started coming across the permit center right here, and Berna, and you can.
Well, like I said, we don't want her to talk. We don't want to talk because you already kind of invoked your rights, and we'll probably just read your Miranda rights just to kind of protect you. Just so we don't mess anything up for anybody.
All right, so I won't get into specific about what.
Exactly.
So I appreciate you stopping me there. So there was some emergency staff that occurred at that time because he was making a and then since then he's come back a couple times and set up a camera like on a tripod and just filming staff.
Yeah, we saw a video.
Really making them feel uncomfortable, and so. I was trying to get our security staff to ask him to leave, and they wouldn't because he has his First Amendment right or whatever it is to view his public employees working. Well, we took this thing. What about the employees' rights to a non-hostile environment? And feeling comfortable in their workplace. So they did issue him a letter, and I don't know if you have a copy of that letter.
I got it. He's handing me all
Yeah,
that.
and it's one of the things where it's super difficult because this is a public building, just like the main police station is a public building as well, and pretty much anybody that's in that building is subject to be recorded. Now, if he's recording you walking to the bathroom, as long as you're around the bathroom, totally different. But if you're in a public view, in a public plain view of a building, then that's where it becomes a tricky, where he does have a right to kind of record people as they please.
Because he had his camera in our faces down there.
Oh yeah, his camera's right in our
Same
face.
guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why we know this because we do this every day. People come up to us and just slam and put
Trying to
cameras.
get a reaction, right?
Exactly.
They're
On
they're trying to get anything they
if
can.
if you go on YouTube, you'll see all these guys, these First Amendment auditors, and this is one of the ways they provoke people.
And I'm trying not to give him a click.
No, and honestly, the best way to do it is just ignore them and go beyond your day.
Well, I think we tried that. We really did, but it just became so uncomfortable the way he got in people's faces and stuff, and so it just was not. It was not a good work environment. And that's why that letter was issued to him by the county saying, if you have business here, make an appointment, we'll meet with you and we'll escort you and you can do whatever you need to do. Otherwise, you can't be here.
Now, is all the planning stuff, is that all appointment based right now? Or is it walk-ins available as well too?
It's both.
Both right now.
Yeah.
See that, and that's
It's
where,
primarily walk-in, yeah.
and that's where it becomes, like I said, a little bit muddy because it's, at the end of the day, it's still a public building. And for us to criminal trespass someone from a public building, there has to be a legitimate crime occurring, you know what I mean?
Right.
And unfortunately, since he is recording in a public building, like I said, he's not going to a restricted area. If there's a restricted area and he is trying to go in there, and then at that point we do have criminal trespassing because he is not supposed to be in that area. But this area, like I said, this whole area is wide open. And the way we explained it, because we walked around with the city attorneys, because we had issues with this, because we're the downtown guys. So we deal with a lot of homelessness in areas where, it's kind of open like this and whatnot. Pretty much what we gather from city attorneys is if anyone could walk through there, if it's accessible to the public and anyone can walk through there, it's pretty much fair game. So that's what I'm saying. So if you have an area, you need to restrict it to a certain spot. Have like a piece of tape, door, something that says restricted, cannot go beyond this point.
Well, I think where he crossed the line with us was that he was asking for specific persons and what their name is and where are they at, and he was like really targeting people and an employee. He wasn't just there filming and watching, he was there getting in their face, and he was really provocative and antagonizing the staff to where they couldn't do their job, and so that's where our staff were like, hey, this is not okay for us, a work environment.
No, definitely, and it's just this new generation of people under recordings that want to get a rise out of people for whatever reason. And like I said, even for us, we mean, when this first started coming out with us, like 5-6 years ago, officers were getting hemmed up really bad because of that same thing.
They're reacting.
Because it is super uncomfortable.
It's a training thing, sure.
It's super uncomfortable to get recorded. Like I said, we're just getting recorded now by Mr. Benavides. And it's ridiculous because we have recorders are being recorded, by the way, but that's because it's per our policy. Our policy requires us to record on the interactions. But I mean, it's just.
Is this recording right now?
Yeah. Our cameras are here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and so and that's per our policy, is that we have to make transparency because we are public officials, right? So you guys can IPRA any video that we record anytime you want. So you could go down to the police station and be like, hey, on January 1st, I want to get all of Officer Rovetta's videos for that day, and you don't have to have any reason because the government's transparent. And like I said, unfortunately, that carries on to the building as well, where it's transparent. And I know it's super uncomfortable to be filmed, especially being a woman and having a guy film you, but it's not. He's not trying to put the word out there. He's not trying to that we know of, right? Because we don't know what he's doing with video footage, right?
You got a YouTube channel.
But he's not trying to, I guess, exploit you, I guess. I guess that'd be the word, do exploitation. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to film your shirt or something like that, If it's just, normal functioning stuff, you're able to do that stuff. Now, when you're trying to do something, sexual harassment type deal, then it becomes voyeurism, I guess. That'd be the word I was looking for, voyeurism. So.
Well, I think it's made our staff feel uncomfortable about where does it end, because this guy is already asking very specific questions about names and getting IPRAing their phones and stuff like that. And he feels, or they feel like they're being targeted, and where does it end? Follow them after work, or
of course.
You know what I mean? It makes them feel like this is not. He's gone beyond,
of course,
his right to view public.
But there's a lot of rights that people have, unfortunately. If you see me pull out my personal cell phone right now, you could IPRA my personal cell phone for what I just did. because I am working during that time. So,
Right, that's why she got her that video.
Yeah.
and that's the thing is like, if you do anything personal while you're working, you're subject to IFRA.
Right.
And that goes for us as well. Like I said, even our personal cell phones, if I pull it out right now and you see me, and you're like, okay, I want to see what he did with this cell phone, then you're more than welcome to IFRA that for sure, because I did it in the function of my duty during the hours of my work.
Right.
So that's something, like I said, I'm pretty sure that guideline follows every, city employee, county employee as well. So just be careful with cell phones. If you pull it out during working hours, it is subject to being IPRA'd. And we've had officers actually get their personal cell phone IPRA'd because the First Amendment outer caught him pull out his cell phone. And same thing, he went to the police station, he IPRA'd that date and time of what he did. And that was just fairly recent. That was maybe about a year ago.
Yeah, that just happened to our stuff.
Yeah, and that was just about a year, and that was his personal cell phone. So, like I said, we're in a world now where we, especially as city and public officials, we got to watch out what we're doing with our personal items. And so, and like I said, I totally get your staff is not comfortable with him filming them, but at the end of the day, it's within his right.
Like getting in their face with
they
it and
do
all
it
of
to us
that.
too.
And they're trying to do their job, and they're trying to serve a customer
Yeah.
that is right there with them. It's
And if-
disruptive.
If there's any kind of video footage that you could provide to us that he is getting in their face, because when people have a threshold, they usually call.
his YouTube page.
Yeah.
Because people have a threshold. I know if I don't know, I don't want to come like within like an arm's length of me, and that's always subject to that person, right? Because some people are comfortable with people in their face, some people aren't. It's always subject to that person at that time of how they're feeling. But I mean, if he's at a distance, or it's super weird because his intent's not to harm you guys. You know what I mean? With the cell phone, and he comes up close to you, you guys have intent to harm somebody, right? In order to have a battery or an assault. So you have to prove intent as far as that goes. So like an intent would be like, he's walking up to you and he stops like in front of you and like, he balls his fist up to your face and you're within arm's length. Then that would be an assault, right? But if he's walking up to you with the cell phone and he's not really being aggressive, and like I said, it's all subject, right? Because your perception of aggressive behavior is different from mine.
That's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in my face with it, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But a male and a female dynamic makes
course.
a big difference there.
Oh yeah.
And also, our staff tried to walk away, and he followed them, and so that escalated it.
Of course.
And so that. I think that's what led to that situation.
No, definitely. And like I said, I know it stinks. Like I feel your guys' pain. I promise I do. But at the end of the day, we were in the public, and we gotta be open to the public as far as that goes. And people will follow us and cuss at us the whole time as we walk away.
But okay, but you guys are cops. You
Of
guys
course.
are trained to deal with aggressive people.
True. That is true.
And your situation is very different, right?
Yeah.
And our staff are here to deal with
Planning.
permits.
Yeah, planning. Yeah, no, it's different. And like you said, I think what you hit on earlier was just training. I think training needs to come down the pipeline.
We have trained them. We have come back.
And why he keeps coming back, I'll be honest, he's getting the reaction he wants.
Oh yeah, out of you guys.
He's getting the reaction out of whoever he's contacting here. And I don't know who he's contacting. That's why
I'm
we're up here.
assuming the security or something.
Security or whoever was up here, he's getting the reaction he wants.
That's why he keeps
Videos.
coming. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so if we just start recording in the lobby or whatever, just pay no attention, because after a while they get bored. They get bored and they leave to go try to find something else to go do.
We did all that. I promise you. We were like, okay, that's what we trained our staff like they have their minutes.
Yeah.
They can come in there and record you whenever they want to. You're in a public place. We had this conversation how to deal with these situations, but he just
Keeps coming.
He keeps coming and we just try to ignore him, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to observe other people's rights.
Of course.
But he escalated it by asking for specific names, asking, just getting a little too personal. And that's where our legal and our security were like, okay, we need to kind of draw a line in the sand with this guy because he's crossing the boundary of what he's allowed to do.
No, definitely, and I'm assuming you kind of supersede this whole division? Are you like
I am the director of this department.
Yeah, and I think that's good that you say that, because maybe if it does happen again with someone else, you could always just step in and say, hey, sir, like, these are my employees. I'll give you a name, and the last thing, that's about as far as we're gonna go, as far as date of birth and personal cell phone numbers, that's not happening.
Right.
And because unfortunately, like I said, being in public, we're subject to being transparent as far as our names as well. I mean, you can just type anyone's name into Google and it's gonna pull up your salary, just gonna pull anyone else's in the public official salary. But like I said, as far as like for like date of birth, personal email addresses, that's not appropriate at all. And that's something that does need to be,
And he's asking for
concerned.
personal email addresses?
No, he just was asking, where is this person, and just asking. Well, he had read one of his personal.
Yeah, actually told us.
and stuff, and so okay, we provided that because it was available, but it just seemed to keep going.
Of course.
To target staff, target the people that are here to serve the public. And to give them, to help issue permits, not.
Yeah, not make someone's life bad.
And it's making the customers feel uncomfortable, because they're here submitting personal documents that, it's nobody else.
Is there a policy out there that the filming, is there any type of policy where you can't film due to people releasing public information?
Our security
private?
staff has asked Mr. Bernalillo not to film anybody's personal documents. Well, it's,
But he can stand in a room and film the employee.
well, under that letter, I don't know if that's the one you have, but there's a letter, you can only come in if you make some appointment and has business.
To conduct.
So yeah, he can't just come in and start filming anytime he wants.
Yeah.
That letter, we've kind of restricted.
So this
that.
one happened, this was issued in
Who
February.
issued this letter? Who was the one that wrote it up? Because
Right here, our legal department.
is there any way we could talk to this guy, to John? So like I said, we're trying to just cover our base and make sure like this doesn't go any further than what it needs to be. And so at least this way we're informed on what we can and cannot do. As far as even like say, we have a CT ready to go here. We have it ready to go if we need
What does that mean?
criminal trespass. Sorry.
If he comes back, he'll be cited and or arrested for
Yeah.
trespassing.
But we gotta see if that's even feasible, because I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard to criminal trespass someone from a public building, because it's a taxpaying person, they have access to all the public buildings, unless it's restricted. So this is something like we're up in the air with right now, because, he hasn't really done, I get the whole filming stuff, but it's not against the law to film somebody. That's, like I said, it's like voyeurism, stuff like that. Then that becomes a huge deal.
Yeah. Hey, John, I'm dealing with APD and in regards to coming around with the camera. We had an issue today. I was wondering if you were available for a talk.
We're going to go back to
The other cameras.
the battery.
Yeah, well, she's the one. She kind of invoked him. We're just Miranda.
I don't, what, is it, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to explain. It's not, I mean,
Well,
they're subject to being
APD's trying to
recorded.
decide whether they're going to trespass.
I couldn't help but order video.
Yeah.
And so, are
was.
you in the building, or can I put you on speakerphone?
Oh, we can go back and look at the video
I
and
wanted to
clarify.
talk to you because they have this letter from you to Carlos. Which do you prefer?
Yeah.
Okay, one second. Oops, no. Can you hear us, John?
Yes, sir, I can.
I guess I probably already had it on speakerphone, I didn't realize it. Okay, so I have Officer Olivera and Eisler, and they are from APD, and they are responding to that incident that happened this morning, I believe. Both.
We're tied into each other.
Okay, because Carlos called APD and so did our security.
Yes.
And so this is kind of in relation to all of that. And they were asking, I guess they had some questions about your letter that you sent to Carlos. And so I'll let Officer Olivera.
Not good. Just trying to figure out what's going on.
Specifically, officer, what he does is he's sort of honed in on a particular employee in the planning and zoning department. She is on the second floor of our facility there at Alvarado. It is a public portion of the building, but now he's sort of escalated a little bit, so any opportunity he has to come to the county, if we advertise an open meeting or something like that, he always shows up. I have not instructed the security officers not to let him in for the open meetings, although they are available online, so if he has access to a computer, he can attend that way. But what he's doing is he's using those open meetings as sort of a segue to get into the building. And then today, it's my understanding from Mr. Keel that he specifically went to the second floor and asked for, he didn't refer to her by name, but he did refer to her, and it was Berna again, the same lady he had the incident with previously. I did write a letter to him, asking him that, I think we called it the Officer and Visitor letter originally. Detective Cash from BCSO gave me a copy of it. We wrote it out. Access to the building as long as he has a legitimate reason to be there. And I worked with Lucas, and Lucas, I don't recall in the letter who we put as his contact individual at Bernalillo County, but officers, he's instructed that if he does have legitimate business, he's to reach out to that individual and establish a schedule with him before he shows up. So today what happened is he broke the established protocol that I had set up for him. He does not have authorization to wander around our county building since he has, our employee has expressed concerns that she does feel threatened by his presence. So we have an obligation to our employee to protect her. So that's why I established the specific protocol that he needs to adhere to. He can attend a public meeting if it's on the first floor, but he does not have authorization to go back up to the second floor to continue to harass her.
So, John, have you discussed maybe potentially getting a civil restraining order?
Yes, we have. I have discussed that with Mr. Keel. I have not discussed that with our employee, Berna. I have not done that.
That would probably be a good thing to do, to discuss, because that's going to definitely give us more teeth on the bone to enforce a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Because, it's just a unique circumstance because this is a public building, and people do have a right to film. But
Because when security's wanting a criminal trespass, and it's hard for us to issue a criminal, you know what I mean? To a building like this
that's open to the public.
that's open to the public.
Yeah.
But if there's that civil restraining order in place, it would prevent.
Your job, but
And that
Yeah, it would protect her and other employees from him coming up into the second floor, unless he had an appointment or an escort by a police officer.
And then that employee could be, I guess,
Warned, and then
Warned.
let him know that they're coming up. What's a good phone number for you, John?
my best 505-220-7403.
Awesome, thank you.
And so, officers, I am going to have a follow-up with Lucas and his staff, and just let them know that I think that's a good idea that you proposed.
They don't want to make sure that people aren't just getting restraining orders on anybody just to get a restraining order.
Okay.
So probably plan to spend a whole day there, honestly.
Okay.
They're gonna make you wait.
Where's there?
District court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're gonna make you wait like a long time
Okay.
to make sure you're, this is from what I heard, this is all secondhand information, right? I never got a civil restraining order, but I've
Me neither.
yeah, so I've heard from other people that I have that they make you wait a tremendous amount of time.
Just to make sure you're serious.
Exactly.
Kind of. Okay.
Exactly. But we're just an advisor of your rights,
Okay.
just for the recording.
Okay.
So you have the right to remain silent. If you say can and will be used against you in court of law, you have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present before and during any questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, will be appointed to represent you free of charge before and during any questioning, if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
No.
Sounds good.
And I do gotta get a contact information from you, a good phone number. It could be here. It don't have to be.
Yeah.
314?
Is it 505?
Yes. 314-03?
And will any paperwork will,
And then I'll use this address
Yeah.
at 415 as your home address. Or would you rather be sent to your house?
well,
Any documents that come in the mail, of course.
it's, I would probably just send it here because police reports are public record.
Yeah.
So he could go down to the courthouse and take the police report. So I would suggest,
Because there will be a police report.
Yes.
Okay, 415
Silver?
Silver Avenue Southwest, 87102.
oh, you're
The second floor, sorry.
going
And that
oh, even
for
better.
the record.
Thank you. And then, yeah, then there's another incident downstairs with a security guard. Like I said, we're gonna go address as well,
So
so.
there's pretty much 3 incidents in one. And we're just
Yes.
trying to figure out where they all stemming from, what's going on. Not saying anybody's in trouble, we're just trying to figure out what happened, what's going on, why is he coming in here, why is he supposedly wanting criminal trespass now?
And it's not that I don't want to talk to you,
No,
I just,
you
you
have
know
the
what,
right-
if
No,
this is
no,
gonna
no,
happen.
no, we don't want to incriminate yourself, and that's your right.
That's exactly what it
So
is.
that's exactly
And
what
I
you
don't blame you
should.
for
Yeah.
wanting, it is what it is.
Mhm.
It's nothing serious really, but we just,
Right,
It's just making this way out of where.
wait,
yeah, he's wanting the reactions.
And he's getting it.
The more reactions he gets, the better views he gets, the more it gets shared, the more it makes him grab to come back
Yeah.
to get more and more. They do it to us all the time.
Yes, and but like,
I know you guys deal with a lot.
oh yeah, it's on the daily basis. We can't talk to anybody without a cell phone getting pulled out by someone else. Like God forbid, we talk to a homeless person on the side of the road, and I'm telling you, people will stop the car and start recording us, or jump out of the car and just start recording
Traffic
us.
stops, I did a traffic stop down
Yeah.
there a few weeks ago. They
Yeah.
pulled up
Just start recording
right in
us.
my face. And I'm like, man, you gotta back up a little, because we do have the right to tell them, like, this is my scene for my safety, you need to back up, because I don't know if this person in the car has a gun.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's gonna happen to you or me, so you need to get to safety until I secure this traffic stop.
I think our staff is just concerned that it doesn't escalate to that.
And he's
point,
hitting
you know.
the Alvarado Treatment Center.
Yeah.
And he's hitting the Galleria. He's hitting all these businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I tell them all the time, like, look, if you're trying to get something in reaction on me, it's not gonna happen. I'm a boring guy, so, and I know how to talk to people, so it's not, you're not gonna capture anything cool.
Yeah, guys.
But yes, definitely, like I said, we're just trying to sort through the mud.
and do you guys have cards?
I don't have
I
it on.
do.
I have to write my information.
My last card.
And if he ever comes back, just call us. Like he's here, we can always come show up.
So I'm over at our, he's actually, yeah, if he comes, it's just hard because he's not doing anything, except for civil restraining order would probably be your best bet. I don't even know if the county can just do the restraining over the whole building. I don't know how that would work, if they can do it as a whole building, but, except that's hard because it's a public building.
You can,
That's gonna be a question with John. John's not, he's the attorney, right? I'm not the attorney, I'm just the cop. So that's something that he's got to,
Is there none in there?
I don't.
That's all right. All right.
No, I'm just trying to get, I'm just, yeah, not gonna
I
have it.
think it's supposed to be hanging in it.
That's kind of what I
It
figured.
still works. Try it. There you go.
But, so that's gonna be a question for John.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, we'll get with them.
Because the silver strain order is going to be your best bet. Yeah, because it's going to protect from case of employment, residents, public places gets a little tricky. But if it's your place of employment, then it'll protect, and this whole area will be protected. Whether it's 50 yards
So
or
that's the
100 yards.
distinction, it's this place of employment,
Yes.
even though it is a public place.
Yes, place of employment. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Place of employment. So even though, hey, tell me, man.
How's it going?
Good. This song is just about possibly getting a civil restraining order if you post spread in. So John's gonna work on trying to maybe get one for her. I don't know. Well, that's gonna go.
Yeah, so today he crossed another line.
And that's where we looked at video footage. Were you there when it happened or no?
Our officers weren't there yet.
Okay. So this is
Because if they had observed this when it happened, we would have ejected him from the building right then and there. But we're trying to get the video footage up now.
Is that where you snapped the paper out of the guy's hand?
Oh, so we have that. I wasn't here for that. I was our officer.
We bring it up to our supervisors like this.
But in her case, I think she explained.
Oh no, she looked her rights. So we didn't talk to her about it. So but I mean, if you have video footage of the incident,
Yeah,
we would want to watch that as well
Absolutely.
because that is part of evidence. So.
Yeah, and so some of our detectives actually looked at the incident as well, and
Okay.
they said it's pretty clear it's self-defense in that case, in her case. So,
Okay. Awesome.
That's all right. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, and again, she didn't tell her side, but
Well, that's your opinion, right?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's their opinion.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll go look at the video footage of that as well. Like I said, we want to get as much evidence as we can before we make any kind of decision.
Yep.
Because we want to make sure we're charging the right charge, if there's a charge, or not a charge, So we want to make sure we're being fair and impartial to everybody. Okay? Okay. So, cool. Let's go take a look at that video.
Do you need me to
No,
go with
you're,
you?
no,
you're good.
you don't want to speak with us, just stay here.
yeah. All right, thank you, Lucas.
Yeah, apologies for that.
No, we're recording, by the way. So.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We walked into it like, oh, it's just a guy not wanting to leave, and it's 3 different things at one time, and it's just like,
I think employees need to get trained on people filming them. What I think.
We already did that. So we actually we've since hosted training with all of our customer service folks and explained what their rights are versus what the rights of others are, and just how to address them.
And you do have a video of what happened with her, right?
Yes.
Because, we would be nice to see that.
Because ours is it's hard because it's a personal view. It's not a whole view.
Oh, what he has.
What he has doesn't look good for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like there's enough to charge on just on that portion alone. Really. Yes.
so, but if you have an alternate view of it, then
Good. Another day. Okay.
today's video is,
Okay,
the one that happened on the,
On the 8th.
we'll check that one, yeah, we're trying to get you one. Yeah. Everything I got should be on here.
So you got today's video ready to go? Where's it at?
They're
I have 4 clips here.
The victim is saying she wasn't attacked. I don't see it.
Just where it.
Well, so that's
Is this where it has or shows them?
probably going to take this another step. He's violated the
Late 30s.
So this video, you'll see him come down and then talk to Myers all the way out to the door.
So he violated the instructions in here today after the commission meeting, which he was allowed to inspect because that is chose to go upstairs and harass her further.
So I think what the thing is what that incident what happened with the cell phone, he wants to identify her.
I know.
And
And
he's
just- it's a little
frustrated
far
because
away.
He can't get who she is, so that's why he's.
yep, and he has filed multiple HIPAA requests trying to.
Is he holding it now?
Yeah, they're holding the papers. They're talking over there.
Who's holding it?
That's where Myers had the papers, and then he had his own papers.
Gotcha. So they're both holding papers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Initiated the proper course of action,
Yeah.
which was to notify you guys
But he
and report the battery.
said he tried to call, but no one showed up. So I don't know if that's true. We walked around. We're all
He
once.
did call one
Yeah.
day, as far as I know. He called from the lobby and stayed here for several hours while trying to on the phone. So I don't know
Far away from there.
But he was holding the papers, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a paper in his hand.
Can you rewind it to where he had the paper in his hand? Because I didn't see it. I mean, I guess I was looking at something different.
This is a different angle of it.
Which is a better angle?
Well, this one's closer because they start talking right here. You see how he has one paper here in his hand?
Okay.
He has the papers, and then they have them. But they kind of hide behind the door. But this officer hands Officer Myers the paper. And I think that's where he said, kind of smacked it out of his hand.
When you're done with that, can you please check the computer there for that related video from the original September 8th incident?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to look for. I don't have it here.
Adam 224B.
Adam 224?
It's just hard to rewind. I can't really see much in that video.
To the BTC, reference a 38-year-old female, conscious breathing, complaining about arm numbness and feeling,
So we also have
like she's,
from her
Sorry.
and they refused her here at BTC reference high blood pressure.
But I can't use that
You see him handing the
because she
paper.
invoked her rights. She insists I don't want to speak to you guys.
Gotcha.
It would have been nice to hear, like, hey, how did you feel?
Yeah.
But at this point, I can only go off what he says. She invoked her rights, and they'd be going to court. And then once we get to court, you explain what's going on.
Can you also,
But if I could see the video, I'm like, okay, well, it would be helpful. Because right now, I only got one side of the story and one video.
you call me?
Time, Dick.
Huh?
I said every time.
It was at 52 that I was holding him.
I mean, we can't CT today because the attorney said that he's allowed it in certain regions.
Yeah.
Our CTs, you can't come back there.
Yeah, for 90 days.
Yeah, so we can't do that. So that's out, but now the incident of the paper slapping, right?
I can't see anything. Oh no, no, ask him about it.
You look through all that?
No.
What's that?
Well, yes and no. Like, we get petty stuff, but not to like this extent of people being like this, I guess.
We've had a few of the auditors and they're fine.
Oh, do it
He's the
this
one
way.
that comes in here trying to push buttons and
But that's-
like we explained.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, zoomed in.
So if everybody would just
Alright, cool.
how would he do it? We'd
Oh,
pull
perfect.
from that.
Is that him leaving now? Okay, can you go back to where he swiped at it?
Was the first time he ever came
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
and he was being verbally abusive to them,
Yeah.
telling them that they have no rights as public employees, that he owns them.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that's him.
That's what he told us outside.
Yeah.
After that, they addressed it. But, yeah. So since then, it's just been no, it's a pain. It's just like I cringe when one comes up to me because it's never. It's like, oh, I know.
Perfect.
Guys in the corrections for years. It's like one of the jailhouse lawyers, and you're just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
That's why located. I'm right up the street from that.
He looks. Oh, he grabbed the paper out of his hand. Oh, okay. I thought he knocked it down.
No, he took
Just grabbed it. Oh, okay.
So now if we just see this other video.
September 8th.
September 8th. Yeah. I mean, I have the summons.
Oh, it depends on video.
But if I don't have no video.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if they have no video, then, I mean, honestly, we can still write it up, and then when you have the video, you come back and we'll have to decide, fortunately.
Doesn't look like it. I can give you the 21 for...
Unless they have it over there, but I don't have it yet.
No, we think we could be saved.
This is like, can you just contact the detective that's seen it? And well, that's...
You guys in the safe?
I don't have it here. They have the other.
I wasn't there.
Gotcha. How long do these cameras safe for? Recording?
John, these cameras last for 3 months, right? They have recordings, and
they're-
they don't have it.
Yeah, I know. It's not going to be saved on the server. It's supposed to be on in our records, and it's actually supposed to be on that hard drive. I think one of my officers dropped the ball on it. So
I think someone got erased.
I don't think it got erased. We just got to find it. So if I may have it on my work laptop.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go to my work laptop to find that.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you can, we would appreciate that.
You have our cards, don't you?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
But it'd probably be good.
I don't have
I don't have.
Yeah, we're handing out.
You call him.
Yeah.
Call you on whatever.
Give anything else you said we thought it was a male subject.
366 1645.
And a 1 block radius, there's nobody walking around in that area.
And you're the acting sergeant, right?
No.
No.
No, we have Eric Lowry.
Oh, okay. You got a new
Don't put
sergeant.
that stress on me.
So
I know with the big thing secured, you have a, of course, step up.
Yeah, let me know.
Be on the north side.
Yeah.
of the
Can get
property.
it
as soon as possible would be
Yeah,
great.
because this guy does want to file charges. He has his own evidence. She didn't want to speak to us, so we don't have no statement from her, and we don't have no video from her. So, at the worst, it could go to court, and then it would be just be a summons, and go to court and beat our sentence.
So on the other side, he is now here at the building without a legitimate business.
Okay.
Because now we got the information for the girl, so we're good. So.
Yeah.
So we need him. I don't know if you can CT him, but if you can't, we need him removed from the premises.
Yeah, we'll let him know. We can't. It's hard to CT someone from a public building.
I know.
It really is.
And then the attorney that wrote this letter
said,
told us on the phone that he is permitted to attend
Meetings.
but if we CT him, he can't come back. We can't put no exceptions in a CT notice.
Well, so that's going to be the next step. After today, after violating those instructions, we're going to be sending a letter that he will not be coming back to a building. All further actions will be done through an attorney, and he will be provided with linked instructions if he chooses to attend the meeting. He'll get to attend it online.
And
We don't want him here anymore.
And I talked to John about the civil restraining order, and I don't know if you could do a civil restraining order in a whole building or not.
Yeah.
Definitely, they could do it on the young lady.
Now the thing, and that's
But
what I'm,
definitely for her, yes.
Right.
That charge to take all day, whatever. But I don't know if they could do one for like the actual building. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's hard because that's way above my opinion. So
Yeah, and I can show you after incident where he has come here to the building and gone directly to her desk and videoed her in particular.
Yeah. And so
which is,
what I would do, I would see if you could, get times and dates for all that and give it
We've
to
got
her, so she could take it to district court.
yeah, and he's asked for her personally. He's actually got her name. He just wants her to say it on video so that he can put it into a YouTube video.
Gotcha.
Okay.
By the way, congratulations, you guys are going to be with me. YouTube stars.
Oh yeah, he already had his.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, we could. So you want him gone today because he has no
more business here.
He has no legitimate business.
When's the next
on
meeting?
site. And any further, our next meeting is going to be the commission meeting on the 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We do have a sheriff's deputy that's on site. There's also a case number from, and I can get you all the. Mike, can you pull the incident reports?
And since I want to ask him to leave, can I get your information too?
Yes.
And you witnessed the video that was self-defense of her, right?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Why am I giving you that part?
Yeah. Just so I could document that we asked him to leave per you today. And then I'm also going to explain in there that he's observed the security footage and claimed it was self-defense.
Yes. So, and I can explain to you exactly what we saw in the video.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
You can go ahead and code 4. I'm going to stick around here for a little bit.
Work number. I'm going to use this as your address. What's
Yes.
your work number?
It's 505-415-2867. That's the other thing I'll worry about, though. If she files a restraining order, it's going to have her personal address on it.
Yeah, and it is scary, yes, but there's a restraining order in place and it gives us lawful authority to enforce that.
Right.
So if she sees him driving around, go to her house, we are gonna, if he's there, we'll arrest him. If not, then he'll get summoned into court.
So for today, he's no longer welcome because he has no
Legitimate business on site.
business.
Per the instructions, he is supposed to make an appointment before proceeding anywhere into the building.
Okay, so I can refer to this.
And so that's where he broke this today.
And I'll upload this to the report, so this will be on the report. And then on September 8th.
On September 8th, what we observed on cameras before our officers arrived was that he approached the planning and development counters. Several employees was getting within what I would call their personal space.
So how far away?
Within 3 or 4 feet.
3 or 4 feet.
With the camera. Now we can't hear what's going on cameras, but so I won't give you the hearsay. But we observed him go to that employee's desks. She put her hands up, stepped up from the desk, went to the door from their secured area, which leads into a public area. They have to go into the public space before they can go into the restricted secured areas behind there. She got up. He started following her around. She went back to get her cell phone, comes back. She grabs her cell phone off the desk, comes back, and as soon as she goes out the door, she takes a right down that hallway where he is, and he has his cell phone right there. At that point, you see her push the cell phone out of her space.
Okay.
And then walks away from it.
Okay.
So that's what we observed from our side.
So she pushed her cell phone. She tried to get away, but she had to go through public area, restricted area. She went back to get her cell phone, and when she came out, she made a right around the corner.
And
he was there, and she pushed his cell phone away.
Right.
And you believe that was, from your partake of seeing it, your self-defense?
Yes. What it looked like was, from the video, it looks like he pursues her around the corner.
Yeah.
Where she was coming out that door.
Okay.
And then when confronted with that in her space, I don't think I can't say what I think.
Of course.
But, that's what it looked like from the video.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, that's all we need, and we'll ask him to leave, and we'll see what this partakes. Once we time to leave.
And I don't know how it's possible, but all of our operations in here are restricted under Section 7 of IPRA. I don't know if it's possible to make a note in the report that if there is an IPRA request for your lapel video, that this part be redacted under Section 7 of IPRA. Anything that can be used to plan or coordinate an attack on a government facility is excluded from.
And and I'll be honest, I don't want to document that just to bring in, to
Right, of
make
course.
it, because
someone's gonna get Eggs and Tom's buddies.
yeah, and then it's going to cause a whole other issue. I'd rather, if it comes up, then you guys say no. But
The
if
thing is, it'll go through your IPRA, not ours.
and then you tell them no, right? Would you tell them that when our IPRA would come to IPRA this point?
No, they just release it.
They would just release it.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
We could talk to our IPRA unit and see what they can do about it. 'Cause I never have come across that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then, well, trust me, I'm very familiar with that part because
It's under Section 7, you said?
under Section 7 of the exclusions, which is
Section 7 exclusions.
you guys have Section 1 and 2, I believe, which is law enforcement tactics and.
Okay.
And this was just for this room here, right? Or the whole building?
It's this room here.
Okay, security room.
Just my ankle running and it hurts so bad.
Oh, yeah, I've done that one.
God.
That's when I realized I was getting old.
Exactly, right? It just happened on Saturday. And so.
All right, we'll go talk to this guy.
Cool. All right, well, we'll keep you updated for sure. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and there is no way to issue a CT.
I don't think that this time.
No, especially with the attorney who wrote this, saying that he can still attend public meeting. So I would revisit with them guys
With John.
and figure out.
The next time.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna work with trying to get a civil restraining order.
Because I can't go CT him, and then just after talking to this guy, saying, "Oh no, he's allowed on the premises, but for personal business and public meetings." Because the CT says no, you come back and get arrested or cited.
Yeah.
Right, so, right,
All right.
okay.
And then when he goes to court, we can always request the judge that he stay away from the building as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know we've done this with a couple of individuals. So at this point, you were not allowed at all. Not visit.
But yeah, if you guys can come up with a way where it's no longer allowed here, not working.
It's just, yeah, I mean, most of the stuff can be done over the internet, but and that's gonna be through your legal department, to be honest with you. Right. That should be,
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Stop by a little bit more and positive.
Oh, we try. Yeah.
Because I know, because I've seen that big statue. Yeah. If you're showing us the statute for going across the highway, they don't need registration. I put up like some ATVs going across the road.
Gotcha.
The exception for registration,
Yeah.
right?
So he said
Any
any
such
vehicle can be
vehicle,
on the road without
not-
registration because that applies.
Any such vehicle, not ATVs, it didn't say ATVs.
So
It
I
said
got a
any such
question.
vehicle.
The stuff you provided, do you have other copies of this, or just the only copy?
I don't need that, that ain't mine.
Because I'm gonna add this to the report.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can get that, I don't need that.
So today, you're not gonna receive a criminal trespass, we explained it, but they are,
An exception of criminal trespass.
they are asking you to leave the property today.
Why?
Just because with this states, you didn't have any business on property today, is what they're saying.
Okay, that's what they're saying. Okay, now, the fact is, my business is to be able to go in and do whatever I want. My business is I'm a taxpayer, and I can enjoy the inside of my building.
And I understand that, but now they're saying with their business
you guys.
is they're coming back saying the only way you're allowed inside is if you have legitimate business, not to come in.
Oh, what it is? Now see.
That's something you'd have,
You're saying legitimate business is me coming in here and having to go up to the counter.
No, we don't.
Legitimate
we don't make the
business,
rules here.
yeah, exactly, and I'm telling you what it is. Legitimate business is being able to come in here and enjoy anything in this place as a taxpayer. I'm allowed to come in here and sit down over there on those couches that we paid for. I'm able to go in there and use the bathroom. I'm able to go over here and go up to the second floor and look at the employees and see if they're doing their jobs and seeing if they're not putting any private information out there for the public to see. I'm doing stuff like
So,
I have the right to do that.
Yeah, I totally get that, Mr. Benavides. I'm 100% with you on that. I agree with you on that. But right now they're asking for this to be in place, okay? The best way
that's not law.
the best way to
You got
combat
these-
it would be to hire an attorney.
This goes above this. This doesn't have no law on it. There's no
We-
statutes, there's no citation, there's no
Yeah,
nothing here.
we spoke to John,
This-
the attorney, like the one that wrote it up. We spoke to
Yes, I
John.
know who you spoke to. I
Yeah.
know who
So my
it's not lawful.
my advice would be hire an attorney to
I don't have to hire. I got you guys to protect me. You guys know the law. I got the law right here, buddy. There you go. Here's the law. This is the law. He's just talking words that ain't law. I have no statute. No, doesn't even have policies. Those are just made a rule he made up just for me.
And you're 100% right. That's what
Yeah, that's discriminating. That's against the 14th Amendment, equal opportunity. I mean, equal rights. I don't have the same right as this lady coming up to come walk in.
But
You
she
guys
has
have to
different
protect
intentions.
us.
But the thing is she has different intentions. That,
My intentions were what? Bad?
no,
That's what
not
I'm saying. You guys are trying to take their side.
No, we're not taking anyone's side.
That's what I'm saying. I should have the right to walk in just like this lady.
And so
without anything.
you can walk through whenever there's a meeting going on. Whenever I know
You're
you're
saying
frustrated.
it wrong
I know,
again,
I
man.
know where you're getting at, trust me. I get it.
You're not
'Cause
getting it 'cause
it's
you're trying
restricting you. No, because it's restricting you, like you said. It's
And
restricting
you guys have an oath to
Yes.
protect my rights.
And we also have a note to pick up for
No,
you
no.
as well, too.
Yeah, but what am I doing that's
So,
a crime? I'm not doing anything.
Well,
I'm not protecting him.
yeah, the ladies
You're
up,
protecting the county.
no, so the ladies upstairs feel like they're being harassed.
Okay, so let me stop you right there. Feeling harassed and being harassed. Where's my phone?
No,
You want to look it up? You want?
No, I don't.
Where the hell is my phone? No.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk. So I told them that you're in the right to record them in the public.
And that isn't harassment.
That's
That's
not,
all I
and
was
that's,
doing.
and that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
I said,
Okay, you're doing good so far. You're doing good so far, man. Don't.
No,
fuck it
as
up.
I said, you're not doing anything for voyeurism. You're not doing anything for sexual means or anything like that.
Yeah.
You're filming just in the public area or in public view of everyone else.
Okay.
Get that?
So what's so wrong about that?
I know. But
They're saying it's harassing. It's not.
But we can't tell people how they feel, right?
I remember I explained that to you earlier.
No, you can't tell them how to feel. They can be as mad as they want, hurt as they want, but I'm still lawful. I'm still being lawful.
Mr. Benavides.
And you're enforcing their feelings. You can't enforce their
Remember,
feelings.
I told you before, I said we don't know if they feel like they're harassed
This
because,
mine?
That's yours.
because it's different, because
Oh, you doing also?
we're not up there, so we can't judge how they
Babysit me?
feel. No, we can't say how they feel. Like if somebody's
Exactly,
in
you
fear.
can't say how they,
Okay.
because you're not enforcing
No, no, no,
feelings,
no,
you
no.
have to enforce the
Okay.
law.
So,
And I'm not breaking the law.
so if I raise my fist at you, one person, he could be afraid of it, and he probably won't hurt
That's
him.
that's something
But that's
there.
the thing.
I'm not
I don't
raising
know
my
how
fist or
he.
nothing.
But I don't know how he feels, and I don't know how he feels.
Okay.
But so we.
And
don't
it
know-
doesn't matter, you didn't touch him.
Well, when they-
No, I'm discussing something. We
Yeah,
spoke of.
yeah, we're not leaving. No. I know, and that's all.
This has this letter.
Yeah, we call stars.
This letter has no bearing on anything. It's not a court document. That's why we can't be here.
I know.
It's not an official police document. That's why we can't be here.
And they said it's not doing anything. Like if he was up there like making like gestures or something like that, just filming. He's just filming. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's taking pictures of chats, workstations.
But it's in public view, man. It's
He
free
can
game.
come up here and put his camera in your face.
He's hit me with his camera before, and I've already made
It's actually making contact with people. Starting to
He
slowly make
slapped
contact. It initially was
And see that's different, right? But the thing is, if you guys don't tell us about it, we don't know about
Well, that's
it.
why Captain called. So
did
at
Myers
that point,
say
he
that he
slapped the heat wrap.
I saw the video. So
I didn't see the video. That's what I was
No, he just grabbed it real
grabbed
aggressively.
it. Okay.
He grabbed it real aggressively, which is.
He's becoming harassing at this point, kind of. I don't know.
But that's gonna be something that they're not just taking to
We're gonna
civil
have to
court.
prove it. Yeah.
And yeah, no, I totally get that. Like you said, we need to, when stuff like this happens, we got to get it out right away. We can't wait. We can't wait until something like this happens where it's like, well, we did this, or we did that too. You know what I mean? We got to know right when it happens. It makes for a better, because now that's like retaliation. You know.
This guy's in there cussing, he's cussing out here, like he's just being
And that's different. Like I said, if these cussing inside the place causing disturbance, that is disorderly conduct. That is disturbance. But like I said, we didn't get a call.
Hey, you have a great day. You guys too. I know. And that was the whole, that's the whole thing. It's like, that's not what we're we told them, like, I followed them around. Careful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you. No, and again, you can follow him around all you want in the public building. If he is yelling, disturbing the peace, then that is something that we will address. Coming? Car back?
So if he comes back, or if he starts becoming threatening again, do we just call you guys again?
Yeah, you're gonna have to, and like you need to have some evidence, video.
I'll pull my phone out, we'll start recording. I mean, that's what we gotta do.
Talk to your company, see if your company will get you some kind of recording license. If you're recording on your personal phone, that's gonna get it for us.
That's right.
Okay, so, yeah, like I told him, whenever, if he sees you whip out your phone, and even us, if he sees us whip out our personal phone during our interaction with them, he could whip our private phone. Because we're working right now, and right now we're transparent.
That's right.
Okay? So that's why, like, it's like we don't whip out our personal phone, we use our city phones for everything that we're doing. Okay.
Now we're backtracking just before they
Real tough, because the more you give into this gentleman, the more he's gonna take. If you just let him be, let him report. I'm telling you, just let him report, and let the people upstairs know, like, hey, he's gonna report you.
Yeah, but
Sorry,
I'm
sorry.
So the last time we had an altercation like that, and not only did he nudge me with his phone in the face, but he went in there and he went all the way up to the chambers of commerce, like
Well, the thing is if it's accessible to the public, it's accessible to everyone else.
Right.
Okay.
So now they got a barrier.
Exactly. So now that there's a barrier, it changes the game a little bit, right? And that's what I told them too. It's like, there's a restricted spot. Put a tape there. Say this is restricted. At that point, if he does go beyond that, then that does become a crime and becomes trespassing because it is restricted in that area.
So that's what they wanted us to do now. Like, just put down the barrier. Because we do have a barrier
But you need to make sure.
He acts worse than that.
Yeah, he gets aggressive and he calms down, stays real cool, and then gets aggressive.
Because that's how people make their money, is by catching behavior. And like I said, I mean, we get reported on a daily basis, man. God bless, man.
You guys are awesome.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just
You guys get it from I know. You guys.
But like the trick is just don't let them get you, man. Like, I mean, that's the thing is, who cares if people record you?
That's what I mean.
Right now. Yeah, I have no issue.
I guess I'm on YouTube later. I don't know.
No, yeah, we'll all be on YouTube later, which is fine. Who cares? You know what I mean? Who knows? You might get discovered by a movie agent.
You know what? That is. That's actually happened.
But that's the thing.
He's gonna sue you for it.
So that's the thing.
Lots of money.
Is people, especially in this day and age of digital technology, you gotta adapt with it and change, or you're gonna be find yourself in bad spots.
That's right. That's right.
And I can
What you can prove, I know it.
Oh, not even that, but just if you're public. I mean, I don't know. You guys are a little bit different because you guys are private security.
Yeah.
But you guys are in a public building, so they can record you.
We're under that. Yeah, we fall under that.
Yeah. And even if you go to Walmart as a civilian, a guy can stand outside Walmart. Walmart doesn't kick him out or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
They can walk around Walmart. They don't take anybody to Walmart.
Anybody in there. Yeah.
And you could be like, hey, don't use my information, or but
if you're in a public place,
exactly. If he's not trying to look at your
touch
butt,
you, or yeah,
Like Walmart won't even turn over their video footage without a warrant.
Sorry, that's
Penalty.
yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing, is it's super touchy and
He's got a freeze time with the sheriff.
Really?
Really? Like I came off the bus just to make sure that he wasn't
But
getting.
that's the thing, she needs to do something about it.
Yeah.
right?
You know what I mean?
It can't just be a conversation and let it go, and then this happens again, and continuously a pattern.
So I don't know what they're doing with
the whole structure.
Come on, dude. You're not gonna let me go get a drink of water? This is basic human right, man. Let me go in there and get some water that I paid
Do you guys have a cup of water or
Escort
anything?
me if you want.
Is there a
You're not
water
harassing
fountain? We
anybody.
have a water fountain, but let me see if we see.
You just get some water.
See if it's available. I don't,
What are you asking him for? You guys are the law.
because I don't know where there's a water fountain.
First you go in, I like how you were telling me earlier that I can just do stuff, but then now you're telling me, well, you know, you could do this. So there's a lot of.
This is lawful to escort me. You can.
I'm sorry, I'm just confused. Yeah, you have me confused. because
Okay, which part?
You contradict yourself a lot.
No, I don't. You're taking it from. Let's.
Because you told us earlier you can't just do stuff, but then now you're like,
I said you can do stuff like what?
like you can't just kick you out of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to do something lawful now.
It's not lawful. It's
Yes,
getting
it
harder.
is.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I am confused. Yeah.
You are confused. You are confused, man. It's simple. Let this guy come in and then get some
So
water. You need
they
some
don't
water.
want you in the building, so we're just following them. So we're trying to get you some water, okay? So.
I'm not saying you're allowed to do it. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, and our lieutenant just put up.
You gotta give me a break. I'm doing the extra mile.
And you're doing good, man.
You're
I
giving me
appreciate
a hard
it.
time.
I think all of you guys. I think I've seen you before, and I've seen you doing good.
You talked to me before too when you were filming our sergeant. So listen, you gotta realize I'm probably in Prudhoe Rocky Horror Squad. I got this big thing. I'm making sure I do everything by the book. Yeah, you get mad at us. But you gotta give me a break and give me a chance, okay?
Cool, thank you. We got you some water. It's coming out.
So just give me a chance. Odds are when I'm done with you, I'd say.
You know what? I should be able to go in and.
I know, but let's just sort through the mud.
We're just trying to resolve.
Yeah. I know, man. You guys.
But the odds are you're probably gonna walk right in there anyways. Right after this. So.
Like I said, we're just trying to sort through the mud. You know how that goes. I know.
All together.
Alright.
It's a reunion. It's a reunion.
Good to see you.
Lieutenant says hi.
Okay.
So, they don't want any more problems.
Cool, thank you. This is Harkins, it's a public building. He's recording people from there.
That's what I'm talking about, that mentality right there.
But the thing is there's, how do I know you're, you know what I mean?
What, am I going to do something to you?
No, you're okay.
I gotta protect myself.
Hey, I understand.
This is the thing. No, that's the thing he gave us. Yeah, and then the attorney gave us something too, but I told him, like, the best thing to do is for her to file for a civil restraining order. That's going to be the best thing that we can do. No, we're trying to get, not get dark. Trying not to. Yeah, so that's the thing about it. So when I use so many workers, that's all they and that's what I told them, that they feel like they're intimidated, because of that. And I was like, no, we're subject to it. I was like, you bought your personal phone.
It was sealed, so you don't have to worry about anything.
I was like, you bought your personal phone doing you're posting a video that has the imprint. Because you're on the clock during that time. You belong to the government at that time. Oh, we got one already. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. So,
We just wanted to
but here's the thing, it's a public building, man. And I totally get that the girls up there feel uncomfortable with them being recorded, but they are public officials.
Oh, I've been doing this type of work for 27 years.
Yeah.
Believe me, I've done federal, I've done state, I've done city. I know exactly what you do.
So that's the thing.
It becomes hard. It's all or nothing. You either completely deny him access, or you don't. You can't.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's the thing is, it's a public building, and
this is just considered our escalation. You have to be able to document and point to. this is what we've done, this is what we've done, this is what we've done.
Yeah.
We're not, and like I was saying, we're not out to get him or anything like
No.
that. We just want him to comply.
just-
that we provided him, not to come in and harass him.
And that's the thing is like, what recording someone in public is not harassment.
No, and
That's the hard part about it. Is that,
it's simple as this, and this is how we did it in Coronado Mall. If there are
but
cameras,
that's a private facility though. Cornell's private.
right, but if there are cameras there, it's implied consent.
Of course. Yeah, no, definitely, yeah,
Because if you know that you're you walk in there, you just implied your consent. Every time I have an important conversation, they come down.
So, but the difference between Coronado and this place is Coronado is a private business. Therefore, like I know, like at Conwood Mall, videotaping in there is illegal, and then you cannot videotape in there at Conwood Mall because it is a private establishment. This being the public, it's not something. Everything's being subject to.
In the past, what we had told them is you can't get people's documents for what's
And that's totally feasible. That's something that should be protected. People's information. I mean, as long as it's not like walking up to people and like trying to zoom in on their information.
Right. What happened last time is they had checks out on the documents, and he was walking up and filming, and they didn't like that because they said he could, film it, see it, reproduce it.
Yeah, and that's the thing where you tell like, hey sir, right now we have some important documents. Could you please film from the head up or my chest up? Then at that point, you guys got to give us a call to address it. And you said document it, right?
And why are there so many things here just for petty?
So we need to.
Other than you guys, every time we do call,
It takes like hours.
we actually called on him once before, and they ended up saying they deferred to the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
No one, it took almost 2 hours to get anyone out here.
From the sheriffs? Oh, from APD?
Yeah.
I know, which is weird. It's like a weird thing because this is a county building, so we respond to it. And you would think that it would be easier for county to respond to it. I can promise you there are at least a couple of deputies in here right now.
Oh, I know.
You know?
It's a jurisdiction.
Yeah, it's a jurisdiction thing. I said we don't mind coming out. We really don't mind, and we want to come out. I know, I did.
And undermanned, that's not the issue. Yeah. We understand what we're calling you. It's not going to be, you're not going to be here in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, but just call, and like we'll get here, and so we can document whatever's going on.
I'm still wondering why there's that conflict.
So these are the supervisors and the goals, and then me and Josh came, and then these guys came and give us.
I'm just laughing because like integrity is the thing.
Yeah, we're the downtown unit, so we patrol this downtown area.
I used to work city transit, so before they merged.
Yeah.
I did that about yesterday.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, is this a letter from you?
Yeah, this is what he wrote on.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, this is my letter to him. This is backed by law. This is the Constitution, the Bernalillo County. One, I sent him a certified, I sent him a letter certified, this certified to the mail. So he has it. He knows I sent it to him, and he knows it's violating my rights.
So your main mission here is just make sure people are working. It's kind of what it's going for.
Well, just no service. Service.
Trying to see what's going on. What's
good. You know how they act, and
yeah, I got you.
And do you want the press charges, the summons will be issued?
Huh?
Summons in the mail. It will go to you or her for the charge of a battery.
To me?
No.
You're victim, but you'll still put
Do you want to pursue charges against her?
I do. Because they're saying, well, you haven't called the cops on us, but she hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, she has.
They don't want to. One guy did admit that you did call the cops.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, John.
Head of
Yeah, Big John.
And he did advise they all do training. He again, he's not up there, so he doesn't know what goes on.
He's the head of security.
And have you been contacting Gary Chavez to help you coordinate?
I've only taken requests since then. But this is part of my problem too. I don't have to contact him.
Right.
I
They
shouldn't
were
have
just
to.
trying to give you a point of contact.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to
Okay.
call him to tell him what I'm doing or where I'm going.
Yeah, and then since you're the victim, are you keeping these?
Yeah, I'm gonna add this to my. I'm gonna add this. So I have everything.
Well, and since you're the victim, there might be sent to me, but I guess I'm
As long as y'all got that down.
Oh yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, we have information.
I don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
We're just trying to be cool, man.
I thought so.
Give it time to get to the Bellevue, because it doesn't happen like it could take months. It'll show
I'm not making a call to Gary to come in to tell me where I'm going, what I'm doing.
And that's going to be totally up to you.
They're gonna call, I guess maybe you guys or.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be us. It's probably gonna be
I
us.
just don't want them to harass me or assault me or something when I try
Well,
to
I mean,
try to stop them.
you have your recording going, so you should be okay.
And I'm not gonna tell you can't come in until I have something with the judge saying.
Yeah, you cannot be here.
If the judge has something that says you can't be here, that's
That's different.
This is
Deputy, the deputy sheriff of, I don't remember what his name. He didn't even take into account nothing signed by it. It was just something he made up.
Yeah, yeah, man, my damn ankle's freaking killing me so bad.
Dude, we're already at 4,000 steps.
As a special
We're at 10:22.
assistant county attorney,
962.
he should be, let me check into this, see what really happened. And instead of saying, oh, this guy was assaulted, they're
You called me, bro?
I know, right?
harassing everybody.
Yes, sir, I got 14.
So like,
Yeah, yeah,
that's why I had to do this, because they're saying I'm harassing them when I was the one that was.
And so,
I had to make a
I
point.
think,
I didn't want to do this to her. I didn't want to do this, but they kept, from them trying to stop me from leaving here, I have to do this now.
yeah, and I think it could have been, like they told you earlier, I think it could have been ordered a little bit better if we would have just called and waited for us. I know it sucks to wait for us a little bit, but we could have came and escorted you and then got it done that way as well. Because I mean, I can see her point of view as far as feeling like she's being harassed, if you're constantly going up there trying to get her information. I totally get that as well, and I'm sure you'd be frustrated as well too.
Well, I
Right?
didn't even go, I went to the supervisor to ask.
I know, I
She
know.
didn't know either. She was scared. She didn't know.
Get her a camera.
Yeah, but you
That's
can
good.
just like take our situation together. You caught me off guard, you totally just put the camera in my face, and then
You kept on walking, so I was trying to stay away
Well, I
from
went
you.
to walk a different direction away from you, and then you followed me,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we went to walk another direction, and you followed me. And as a police officer, that is frightening. So I couldn't even imagine how she felt. You know what I mean?
Well, that was
So
it.
just try to take different perspectives like we are with you.
Well, of course I do. You know what I mean? I know people are
Because
kind of
imagine if you have like
standoffish against the camera, so that's why I stay back and I don't go up to
Well, I
them.
mean, but just imagine like you're like a family member going through that. When you know what I mean? Like it's not. I get where you're coming from.
I take that
and
into
it-
consideration.
You know, and I mean, I feel like if you just like kind of just hang back and just film with your little tripod without, you know, after you following somebody, you get better results. You know.
And like I said, I was standing.
I know, but like
and I was
like
kind of like trying to follow, but you came back and then I was all like,
it ended up being, you know, a battery against you, so it kind of puts you in danger just at the same time in terms of the way it went about. So just be careful. I know you don't want to contact Chavez and you don't have to, but if they're willing to accommodate you that way, and that way it keeps people from freaking out and doing whatever they do to try to, I guess, defend themselves or whatever the case may be, then at least you're safe and you're not getting hurt either.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be candid though, you know, and like a surprise. You know,
Right.
when you guys do a drug bust, don't call the dealers and hey, and be there.
No, I get it,
I
but
see how they are naturally in their natural setting, you know, without nobody telling you. Just attach the real deal, you know, real
All right,
life.
Carlos. Well, we'll let you go. Take care. See you around.
Very much.
Yep, they received training, so they're up to date now.
Hey guys.
Handle that, okay?
Hey, I'm yours, guys. You guys are great, man.
all right, man. Take care, Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's fine.
I have to, you guys, leave it.
Of course.
Highlight you guys, man.
Oh, highlight us, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys lost him.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, and you know, Carlos, I totally get where you get it from. I totally get it, man. I 1,000% get it. I mean, and people need to adapt with change. And you need to, face the fact that you are subject to being recorded in the public. Especially furthermore, if you're in a public building, working. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're able to see my pay, officers' pay, Sergeant Lowry's pay. You're able to pull up our salary and see what we make, And then that's government. We're transparent. Yeah, and that's transparent. And that's exactly what I told them. I said, if someone comes in here and asks for someone's name, I mean, you can provide the name without any, personal information, as far as the date of birth, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but,
they didn't have to do that.
No, exactly, just the name, the first and last name.
And then they should have gave it to you,
Yeah.
They weren't trained up on that, and that ain't according to the Navy wasn't trained up on how to handle things.
Yeah.
Now they are, and it's a different.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame now.
It's a learning process.
No, it is. And that's what I said, people need to adapt to change. If you don't change...
And that's what I was trying to change without bringing you guys into it,
But,
they try to, stick it on me.
And I think you should have called, like I said, I know it sucks, but you could have called us again, and we could have informed them on that as well. And be like, hey, look, Carlos has a right to film in here. Carlos has a right to walk around filming. If there's a restricted area, he cannot go beyond that restricted area.
If you want to press charges, just I'll send you an email, then you can upload that video. Like I said, I'll do the battery charge on her. And you see the summons.
And then I'll get something else.
Yeah, you upload it directly to the cloud. Okay. And you can upload it directly to the cloud, or we can't tamper with it or do anything to it. And not that I'm smart enough to even do that, right?
But just please show up to court.
Yes. Because if you don't show up to court, it's going to get dropped.
Oh, no. I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to have to be there.
Well, I mean, but the ball's still in your part, Carlos. If you feel like you don't want to, then that's fine. If you do, then that's up to you. It's your discretion.
It's getting documented either way.
Yeah.
Whether you want it with charges or whether you don't want it.
Yeah, we're going to document. We're not going to sweep it under the rug. That's not going to happen.
But before I do leave you, do you want to press so I know where I'm going on what paperwork to fill out?
Press charges on her? Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. Alright,
All right.
So,
yeah. Come on, thank you guys again. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I wish I had my camera rolling so I can, highlight this. Now I'll have to wait until I get your guys's.
No, definitely. And like I said, that's your right, And
but yeah, I want to get it so I can, I want to.
Thank you.
I want to show you guys some good officers.
We got, like I said, we have to change, right? Changes constantly, and police work's changing on a daily basis. I remember the first time I got recorded, I was like, what the heck's going on? But then, it's the norm. I expect it. I really expect it going
back
anywhere
in
I go.
the days, we never had cameras.
Of course. That's what I'm saying, but now I expect it. I expect 1,000% being recorded by someone around here.
And I know I ain't going to do anything wrong. So
Exactly. I don't care.
Whatever. Oh, you got a card? Did I get your card?
I did, but I can give you my number.
Yeah, just give me
It's unprofessional, I know, but we give businesses.
Yeah, my cards are all gone. I gave my last card to, what did I give it to? Give it to Lucas, I think.
So you want his too? What information would you like?
Yeah, and his badge number. Just so I can get those filmed, and then so I can put it and show. These are how the way these officers.
And I did see the 3260. I did see the video where you kind of ripped the paper out of the guy's hand. And be careful next time with that kind of stuff.
The guy kept on giving it to me as fucking practically assaulting me with that.
Well, I mean, it's
a paper cut is not, but still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The last time I came in here, he kept on giving me the papers. This guy kept on giving me papers. I was all like, I felt like I was being assaulted with papers, you know what I mean? And I was all like, get away from me already.
And you could always call us for an escort if you ever feel the need.
Okay.
So we could escort you in there to make sure it's all cordial.
That might take a little long.
I know.
So that's why I want to just be able to go in there and.
Like I said, you can go in there,
All
but
right, man.
Hopefully they
realize-
change the policy and
yeah.
let them know, because I think a lot of people are just misinformed on recording and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what it is. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, because man, like I said,
Well, they're under something, I want my privacy.
Well, like I said,
entitled to my privacy. Well, yeah, you are, bro. When you're at home.
and like I told them, is like, as long as you're not trying to like look down the shirt or something like that, voyeurism is inappropriate. So as long as you're just filming for film, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not against the law in a public building. In a private building, it's different.
The sheriff's department can learn something from you guys.
Yeah, appreciate that.
All right, Carlos, you have a good one.
Take care, Mr. Benavides.
Going on.
See what you think of this statue, okay?
Is the New Mexico State Senate here? Oh, wow.
With exception of vehicle identification and subsection B of this section, every motor vehicle, manufactured home trailer, semi-trailer, and pull trailer, when driven or moved upon the highway and every off-road motor vehicle, blah, 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 code, except, and we'll go to number 2, you can read that if you want to. Any such vehicle that is driven or moved upon the highway only for the purpose of crossing the highway from one property to another.
So that applies to the side-by-sides and ATVs and stuff like that. So when they
It
go,
said any vehicle.
What's that?
It was saying any vehicles.
Yeah. But that's if they're going on the dirt roads or something like that.
It doesn't say dirt roads, it says the highway.
What's that going across? So that doesn't mean
Across the
on the
highway?
road. Yeah. Across is different.
Across is you're crossing. You're riding on the highway.
Across is
Cross
this
would
way.
be that.
Yeah, that's my definition of across.
Cross this way or cross this way? What do you?
Because I know, because I've seen that.
I said not
state
operated
statute.
on a highway.
Yeah, so that
cross.
one's for ATVs going across.
No, not ATVs. It says vehicle.
But it's across though, yeah. You're showing us the statute for going across the highway. They don't need registration. I thought that applies to ATVs going across the road.
The exceptions for registration,
Yeah.
right? Is
So he said
any such
could be
vehicle,
on the
any
road
not
without registration, because that applies. I
any
said,
such
no,
vehicle,
across
not
is across.
ATVs. It didn't say ATVs.
So
It
I
says
got a
any such
question. The
vehicle.
Okay,
stuff
so,
you
yeah,
provided
but-
me, do you have other copies of this, or is this the only copy?
I don't need that. That ain't mine.
Because I'm
That's
gonna
theirs.
add this to the report.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So,
you can
okay.
take that. I don't need that.
So today, you're not gonna receive a criminal trespass. We explained to them, but they
I
are.
wasn't expecting them to judge us.
They are asking you to leave the property today.
Why?
Just because what this states, you didn't have any business on property today, is what they're saying.
Okay, that's what they're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
now the fact is, my business is to be able to go in there and do whatever I want. My business is I'm a taxpayer and I can enjoy the inside of my building.
And I understand that, but now they're saying what their business
you guys.
is they're coming back saying the only way you're allowed inside is if you have legitimate business, not to come in.
Oh,
and
what
do
is? Now see,
that's something you'd have to.
you're saying legitimate business is me coming in here and having to go up to the counter.
And we don't make the,
Legitimate
we don't make the
business,
rules here.
yeah, exactly, and I'm telling you what it is.
Yeah.
Legitimate
So-
business is being able to come in here and enjoy anything in this place as a taxpayer. I'm allowed to come in here and sit down over there on those couches that we paid for. I'm able to go in there and use the bathroom. I'm able to go over here and go up to the second floor and look at the employees and see if they're doing their jobs and seeing if they're not putting any private information out there for the public to see. I'm doing stuff like
So,
that. I have the right
so
to do that.
yeah, I totally get that, Mr. Benavides. I'm 100% with you on that. I agree with you on that. But right now they're asking for this to be in place. Okay. The best way.
That's not allowed.
The best way to
You
combat
got
it would be to hire an
Okay.
attorney.
This goes above this. This doesn't have no law on it. There's no statutes, there's no citation, there's no
Yeah,
policy,
we
there's
spoke
nothing here.
to John, the attorney, like the one that wrote it up. We spoke to John.
Yes, I know who you
Okay.
Yeah, no, so my
It's not lawful.
my advice would be hire an attorney to
I don't have to hire. I got you guys to protect me. You guys know the law. I got the law right here, buddy. There you go. Here's the law. This is the law. He's just talking words that ain't law. Have no statute. No, doesn't even have policies. Doesn't just made a rule he made up just for me.
And you're 100% right.
It's that's discriminating. That's against the 14th Amendment, equal opportunity. I mean, equal rights. I don't have the same right as this lady coming up to come walk in. You guys have to protect us.
Well, the thing is she has different intentions.
Well, my intention to her what? Bad?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are trying to take their side.
No, we're not taking anybody's side.
That's what I'm saying. I should have the right to walk through this like this.
And so you can walk through whenever there's a meeting going on. Whenever I know you're frustrated. I know where you're getting at. Trust me, I get it.
You're not getting it.
Because it's restricting you. No, because it's restricting you, like you said. It's restricting
you
you.
guys have an oath to protect my rights.
And we also have an oath to protect people here as well too.
Yeah, but what am I doing that's
a
crime? I'm not doing anything.
Well,
I'm not protecting it.
Yeah, the ladies
You're protecting the county.
No, so the ladies upstairs, I feel like they're being harassed.
Okay, so let me stop you right there. Feeling harassed and being harassed. Where's my phone?
No,
you want to look it up?
No, I don't.
Where the hell is my phone?
No. Let me talk to you. Let me talk. So I told them that you're in the right to record them in the public.
And that isn't harassment.
That's
not,
and that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
I said,
you're doing good so far. You're doing good so far, man. Don't
as I said, you're not doing anything for voyeurism. You're not doing anything for sexual means or anything like that.
Yeah.
You're filming just in the public area or in public view of everyone else.
Okay.
Get that?
So what's so wrong about that?
I know. Right.
They're saying it's harassing. It's not.
Well, we can't tell people how to feel. Right?
I remember I explained that to you earlier.
No, you can't tell them how to feel. They can be as mad as they want, hurt as they want, but I'm still lawful. I'm still being lawful. And you're enforcing their feelings. You can't enforce their feelings.
I told you before, I said we don't know if they feel like they're aroused.
This mine?
That's yours.
Because it's different. Because
you going also?
We're not up there, so we can't judge how they feel. No, we can't say how they feel. Like if somebody's
exactly, you can't say how they, because you're not enforcing feelings. You have to enforce the law.
So,
and I'm not breaking the law.
So if I raise my fist at you, one person, he could be afraid of it, and he probably
that's something.
But that's
there. I'm not raising no fist or nothing.
But I don't know how he feels, and I don't know how he feels.
Okay.
But so we don't
and
know
it doesn't matter. You didn't touch him.
But when they feel
you didn't touch. Hey,
no, I'm discussing something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So we don't know if they feel inferior.
I don't care if someone raises their hand. You can't do nothing.
What's that?
If someone raises their hand.
If somebody feels inferior for their safety, yes, we can recover some.
What are you gonna arrest them for?
No, what I'm saying is if they feel harassed, we don't know how they're feeling. Everyone takes it different. So
well, let's look up what harassment is, okay? You're not feelings. You guys aren't working on feelings. They either have to be harassed, I have to be harassing you, or I'm not harassing you. It's not, I feel harassed. You can't work off that. You know what I mean? You have to,
remember
I
explained that to you because like I said, I kind of saw the way it was coming because when somebody feels harassed, we can't say you are harassed or you want to harass.
Your same feeling, yeah. And you guys got to look at, was he harassing? Did they investigate to see if I was harassing? You guys saw I wasn't harassing.
That's going to be something that actually has to take into account. And I told you that we need to, when something like this happens, we got to get it out right away. We can't wait until something like this happens, or it's like, I did this, or we did that. You know what I mean? We got to know right when it happens. It makes for a better, because now there's a retaliation. And that's it. Like I said, these custody cycle plays, all the service, I think it's only possible that it's ever paid. But like I said, we didn't get a call. Hey, you have a great day.
That's all.
No, and I get you follow around all you want. If you don't in the circle of peace, that is something that we will address.
Okay, harassment. Harassment consists of knowingly pursuing a pattern of conduct that is intended to annoy, seriously alarm, or terrorize another person and themselves, or that serves no lawful purpose. So when you're doing something with no lawful purpose, which I have a lawful purpose, then it's harassment.
And how do we know?
How do you know? Because I have the camera.
No, that's what I'm saying. How do we know you have lawful purpose?
How do you know?
That's what I'm saying. Except for
what? You know what lawful is?
How do we know you're not just trying to annoy? That's what I'm saying. I'm just going off of the system.
How do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't touch him. I don't.
But I can annoy you without touching you too.
I can record it.
It's really
How you know it by the
we're just going off the statute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's different interpretations of it. And
there's
that's
one interpretation, not different
no,
interpretations.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying, how do we know that you're not purposely trying to annoy him? You know what I mean? That's
even if I am annoying him, it doesn't matter if I'm annoying him
it says
or
right there.
without lawful purpose. I have the purpose of press. The freedom of press. There's a lawful purpose behind what I'm doing. And if it annoys him, or if it bothers him, or makes him feel sad, or it doesn't matter. Because I'm being lawful. What their feelings doesn't matter. Unless I touch them, hurt him, or cause him any kind of loss.
If they feel
then,
you know what I mean? I'm just going off of
your
that.
feelings. You're saying feelings again.
No, I'm going off of that.
Exactly.
If they feel annoyed, how do we know if they're not
You
annoyed?
just said it again.
Exactly. If I feel
It doesn't matter if they are annoyed.
Sure.
They can be annoyed. Yeah.
If
I can annoy them if I want. But if it's a lawful, if it's lawful.
I don't think you're getting it. But
No, you're not getting it.
No,
You can be, like I can, be acting stupid, retarded in front of you or Bobby. I'm not touching you. You know what I mean? It's annoying. But unless I hurt you, then unless I'm doing it unlawfully, if I was doing it unlawfully, with no lawful purpose, but there's a purpose. Press. I just told you, press.
So what's the press for? What's the press to do?
To get content of what our government is doing.
That's what I'm saying. There's other resources of getting that content.
Not by me. My own source. To know for my own.
Yeah.
I get it from. I don't respect.
I'm just trying to
Channel
understand
4 or any other news. I want to get the news for myself, for my own knowledge. You know what I mean?
So that's not lawful then.
That's lawful.
Your own knowledge is. I mean,
that's plenty lawful. I can do what I want. It's my right.
Yeah, I guess it's
a First Amendment right. Freedom of press.
But like I said, he could be like with the assault. He could feel in fear of safety, and somebody else.
He can be in fear of it of safety, but am I not being safe?
Yeah.
No. Someone has to actually
so
touch
let
you.
me ask you this, because we're just trying to resolve a situation here. They obviously don't want you there. They obviously feel harassed. So is there another way to get that information without having to do that?
This is my job.
What's that?
This is my job.
Well, it's not a job. It's for your personal.
Yeah, it's not a job. But
right.
I don't make money off it.
Yeah.
But it's to promote transparency.
Because it's like press. They get paid to go out there and do it.
Transparency and accountability. But you
For
need to be paid to have
for your own knowledge.
For my own knowledge and to disseminate to the people.
That's right. I'm saying they're just different ways.
To give it to the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to give you words. I'm trying to learn.
Can I go in there and get some water? Can you escort me in there?
I don't know where there's water at.
Well, I'll show you. Come on, let's go.
No, we'll just wait out here.
Just wait for my supervisor.
Come on, dude.
They want to talk to
You're not going to let me go get a drink of water? This is basic human right, man. Let me go in there and get some water that I pay taxes for. Escort me if you want to. I'm not harassing anybody.
You have a water fountain, but let me see if we can.
Let me just get some water.
They're seeing if it's available.
What are you asking him for? You guys are the law.
Because I don't know where there's a water fountain in there.
Where can you go in there?
I like how you were telling me earlier that I can't just do stuff, but then now you're telling me, well, you're the law, you can do this. So there's a lot of.
This is lawful. Escort me. You can do stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm just confused. Yeah, you have me confused. Because
Okay, which part?
You contradict yourself a lot.
No, I don't. You're taking it. Let's
Because
tell me
you
what.
told us earlier you can't just do stuff, but then now you're like.
What? I said you can't do stuff like what?
Like you can't just kick
Be
you out of the building.
unlawful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to do something lawful, not.
It's not lawful. It's
Yes,
getting
it
water.
is.
Okay. See, I guess I am confused. Yeah.
You are confused. You are confused, man. It's simple. Let this guy come in and let him get some water. He
They
needs some water.
don't want you in the building, so we're just following them. So we're trying to get you some water, okay? Thank you.
And I'm not saying you're allowed in the building. I'm trying to figure this out for you.
I know.
And our
Hey,
lieutenant
look,
just put up.
You gotta give me a break. I'm going the extra
I
mile
know.
to
And
fix
you're
it.
doing good, man.
You're
I
giving me
appreciate
a hard
it. I
time.
think all of you guys. I think I've seen you before, and I've seen you doing good.
You talked to me before too when you were filming our sergeant. So listen, you gotta realize I'm probably between a rock and a hard spot. I got this big thing, you know what I mean? I'm making sure I do everything by the book. Yeah, you get mad at us, but you gotta give me a break and give me a chance, okay?
And like I told you from the beginning, we have to look at
Cool, thank you.
everything.
Hey, we'll get you some water. It's coming
So
out.
just give me a
There you
chance,
go.
because odds are when I'm done with you, I'd say,
You know what? I should be able to go in and.
I know, but
But odds are
let's
when
just
I'm
sort
done
through the
with
mud.
We're just trying to resolve.
Yeah. I know, man. You guys.
but the odds are you're probably gonna walk right in there anyways, right at me, so.
I mean.
Like I said, we're just trying to sort through the mud. You know how that goes. I know.
All right. It's a reunion. It's a reunion.
So I think Lieutenant Sanchez Sanchez.
So, they don't work in local. This is the thing.
Oh, just stay over there. Yeah, that's fine.
Easy, man. Easy.
He's gonna talk to you in private.
Oh, I can listen to him. That's what I'm talking about. That mentality right there.
But the thing is you're. How do I know you're? You know what I mean?
What, am I going to do something to them?
No, you're okay.
But this guy, he's like, hey, easy.
Hey, I gotta protect my sergeant.
Hey, I understand, man, but I'm no threat. Come on, man, we've been talking.
Yeah.
You think I'm a threat of
I don't
coming
know.
over here?
That's the thing.
Then why are you saying, well, you, apparently you know that I might be a threat. Why don't you know that I'm not a threat?
What's that?
You're saying you know, you're saying you don't know that I'm a threat.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, I may be a threat. Why don't you think of it, oh, he can't be a threat. He's just a guy I've been talking to. Why don't you look at it that way, halfway full instead of halfway empty?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know what I mean? You're thinking bad already, you know what I mean?
I'm not thinking bad.
For the county building, they got a First Amendment auditor that is just wreaking chaos on them. The auditor's here. We're talking to him. September 8th, he went up, was filming the second floor, and one of the employees came around, grabbed the phone out of his hand, battered. He wants to file battery charges. Went to speak to her about it. She invoked her rights and didn't want to speak, wanted to remain silent. Okay, cool. Now they're saying they don't want him on property, and they issued a letter from the county from an attorney, but it's just saying that he's only allowed here for legit business, but he's like, well, how can they tell me I can't come in a county building and film? So now he's refusing to. Yeah, and it's just. And they wrote this random letter from the county saying that he can only be here for legitimate business reasons. He's like, well, what's legitimate business reasons? He's like, I can't answer that. I don't know what would be legitimate for you to be here. He's like, so I can't go in and film? I was like, well, you have the right to go in and film. He's like, yeah, but you guys just said I can only be here for legitimate business reasons. And they want him CT'd, but we can't CT him because they said he could come back for legitimate business reasons. And what it is they just don't want him here filming, but he has the right to film. So. Because we have the director of this building saying, no, we don't want him on here. Yeah, we talked to John, and John's like, well, I want him gone today. But the attorney for the county was like, well, he can come back for legitimate business reasons. And then, no, we can't trespass him. It's just a mess. And he's like, well, is there a supervisor? I'm like, well, I'm not. We can call one. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Bye. They're coming. They're coming. I know. No, I'll just explain to them, like I got a supervisor coming in.
No. So that's like what it is for your own knowledge and to disseminate to the people.
They're just different ways.
To give it to the people. You know what I mean?
Carlos, I have a supervisor. Look, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm trying to learn.
Can I go in there and get some water? Can you escort me in there?
I don't know where there's water at.
Well, I'll show you. Come on, let's go.
No, we'll just wait right here. Just wait for my supervisor.
Come on, dude. You're not going to let me go get a drink of water? This is basic human right, man. Let me go in there and get some water that I pay taxes for. Escort me if you want to. I'm not harassing anybody. Let me just get some water.
They're seeing if it's available. I don't.
What are you asking him for? You guys are the law.
Because I don't know where there's a water fountain in there.
First you go in there and
I like how you were telling me earlier that I can't just do stuff, but then now you're telling me, well, you're the law, you could do this. So there's a lot of...
This is lawful. Escort me. You can do stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm just confused. Yeah, you have me confused because
Okay, which part?
you contradict yourself a lot.
No, I don't. You're taking a country. Let's
Because
tell me
you
what
told us earlier you can't just do stuff, but then now you're like
unlawful. Yeah. I'm asking you to do something lawful, not.
It's not lawful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I guess I am confused. Yeah.
You are confused. Man. It's simple. Let this guy come in and let him get some water. He needs some
They
water.
don't want you in the building, so we're just following them. So we're trying to... I'm sorry, okay?
And I'm not saying you're not allowed in the building. I'm trying to figure this out for you.
I know.
Yeah, and our lieutenant just put up.
You gotta give me a break. I'm going
I know. And you're doing good, man.
You're
I
giving me
appreciate
a hard
it.
time.
I think all of you guys. I think I've seen you before, and I've seen you doing good.
You talked to me before too when you were filming. You were filming our sergeant. So listen, you gotta realize I'm probably between a rock and a rock. I got this big thing. You know what I mean? I'm making sure I do everything by the book. Yeah, you're getting mad at us. You gotta give me a break and give me a chance.
You
Like I told you from the beginning,
Cool, thank you. We'll get you some water. It's coming out.
So just give me a chance. When I'm done with you, I'd say.
You know what? I should be able to go in.
I know, but let's just sort through the mud.
we're just trying to resolve.
Yeah. I know, man. You guys.
But the odds are you're probably gonna walk right in there anyways. Right
All right,
out.
you know what I mean?
Like I said, we're just trying to sort through the mud. You know how that goes. I know
Alright, so you're married with the Albuquerque Police Department.
So I can breathe on the So, they don't want him on property.
Okay.
This is what they issued to him regarding him not coming on property. That's issued from the attorney. We spoke to him today. That's his Carlos.
That's what I'm talking about. That mentality right there. Right?
That shows nothing to say he can't.
So here's what
What, I was going through something to it?
No, you're okay.
You're okay, Carlos.
Where's the email that he keeps?
She won't talk to us. She invoked her rights. He got video of her coming up and grabbing his phone as he's filming her. He wants to press battery charges. I have battery charges on her. She says, I don't want to speak. So,
Okay, because I was going to say the way the call reads, it's almost like if she was really, if he's like harassing her or whatever, she could file a civil complaint.
we told her to do that.
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We told the whole second floor to do that.
So who's the contact for this charge I heard?
It's this attorney, we talked to him on the phone, he says, oh no, he can come in, but for legitimate business reasons and public meetings. Security's like, he can't, we don't want him here at all. We want a CT, we can't CT him. So my opinion is, he has free access to the building. because he's walking the building.
So do you want me to talk to the security guard?
And then John.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
This here, that's what I was trying to explain, and I just want to supervisor, this means nothing to me or him.
No.
This is nothing involved,
It's
this
just a
is nothing from a judge, this is nothing.
Well, and it still says he can be here.
He can still be here. So, and what he's trying to argue, and I'm trying to explain to them, and I'm new on that side again.
It's just, it's my right.
What's official business? Official business to him is going in and looking at
Official business, I'm a taxpayer. I want to go and sit down in there if I want to
and look at the paintings.
And if I want to get up and walk around and see how their service is, record their service and see if they're treating customers good.
Right.
You know, that could be shown as a good point, you know what I mean, for the county. Come in here, they have good
I think
service.
maybe it's just the way you go about it. Maybe if you had just talked to them or asked them.
I showed him the video. I wasn't harassing or nothing.
And I can't take sides, but I didn't see it.
I didn't
And I
come
don't
up
know if I
wrongly
was
or
in
yelling or put it in their face.
Show her the video.
Yeah, I
No,
could
it's
show you.
okay.
I mean, you know, I'm not right at the time.
Who sees your videos? You put it on YouTube? So, and with YouTube, do you have to get permission when you put people on it?
No.
Oh, interesting.
No, there's no expectation of
Give me a
privacy.
second.
And I get 100% where you're coming from, and I spoke to you before that time.
Appreciate it, man.
And again,
You're, you know, trying to fill it out. You know what I mean?
That's
More than
all-
most.
all I'm
They'll
trying
just, most officers just say, that's what they said. Use the law of they said.
I'm going the
They
extra
said it,
mile
so
with the resources
I
that
appreciate
I'm
it.
allowed to do, okay?
that's awesome. Man. I appreciate it, man. You're honoring your oath, and not only just honoring your oath, you're doing your job. You're investigating. Talked to him, didn't even talk to me, and he was already, all right, let's get up. Let's go. That's all. Well, are you? He's all, come on. He was already about to grab my arm. He's like, hey, you don't need to touch me. I haven't even done nothing.
Yeah, as long as you're not interrupting or causing a problem where they can't do
Of
their
course, I
job,
wouldn't do that.
then
I'm the person I abide by the law, and they're trying to use that to keep
but
me
that
out.
doesn't say it.
And I agree with you on this thing, and that's why it's...
That's his rule, the attorney's rule.
But you understand, I'm a police officer,
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
is a big building with big attorneys. I gotta make sure
Yeah,
I'm following the right thing, because the last thing I wanna do
That's a
is
good thing.
me and you both are in trouble with some attorney, okay?
And yeah, I don't want to get you guys. I don't want to get in trouble either. That's why I called you guys. I don't know, I guess they called you too, but I had called
And I
you.
didn't know who was who, so it's like, hold on, let's figure out, and they're like, oh, he called, that's why I talked to them.
Did you get her names?
I can't release that name, but it will be documented under if you want fresh charges, right?
Yeah. How come you can't release that name? I don't know.
It'll be on the report once you work.
Yeah.
I can't.
Sorry, I wanted to.
And you do want a fresh charge, right?
Yes. Because
And that happened today? Sorry.
8th at 3:30 in the
Of September. This was 6 months ago. But I came.
6 months ago?
I came over here. I was trying to come over here to see if I can see if they were, fixing the problem, if they wrote her up or they disciplined her or something like that. And because I was coming to find out if they disciplined her, so I can see if they took action to, right? No, they took action against me, not against her.
She got talking to. So
now? Just now?
No, it was, well, they all had to go redo training to understand all that.
So how come they didn't use it? Just go to training. They should know that it's allowed for these people.
Man, I don't work here.
Okay, see what I mean?
I understand your concern.
And this was September 8th, 2021.
2021. Last year.
And then you got it notarized on March 17th.
Yeah.
But that expired. But he said that's his state.
Yeah, that's what it is. And this is just March 2022. Oh, is this a letter from you?
Yeah, this is what he wrote on.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, this is my letter to him. This is backed by law. This is the Constitution, the Bernalillo County Charter.
Your date's missing.
Oh, well, that's because I didn't put it on this one. This is just my copies.
Okay.
The one I sent him a certified, I sent him a letter certified through mail to him. So he has it. He knows I sent it to him, and he knows that he's violating my rights.
So your main mission here is just make sure people are working. It's kind of what it's kind of
Yeah,
for.
just hang
Well,
on.
just no service. Service.
So trying to see what's going on.
Service is good. You know, how they act, you know, and
yeah, I got you.
And with you want to press charges, the summons will be issued. A summons in the mail will go to you and her for the charge of a battery.
To me?
No, you're victim, and you'll still go to court.
Do you want to pursue charges against her?
I do. Because they're saying, well, you haven't called the cops on us, and she hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Yes, she has.
And the one guy did admit that he did call the cops, but no one showed up.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, John.
Head of security?
Big John.
And he did advise they all went through training. He's not up there, so he doesn't know what goes on up there.
He's the head of security.
And have you been contracting Gary Chavez to help you coordinate? Like,
I've only been here twice since then.
Oh, okay.
But this is part of my problem too. I don't have to contact him.
Right.
I
They
shouldn't
were
have
just
to.
trying to give you a point of contact.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to
Okay.
call him to tell him what I'm doing or where I'm going.
Yeah, and then since you're the victim, are you keeping this?
Yeah, I'm gonna add these to my. I'm gonna add this in. I have everything in court.
Well, and since you're the victim and the offender is here, it might be good to leave, but I guess that's
Oh
okay.
yeah, as long as you already got that down.
Oh yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, we have
But
information.
I'm not telling you to sit here.
Yeah,
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
we're just trying to be cool.
And I know I gave you a hard time, but
You caught me off guard. is what it
I
was.
thought so.
Yeah, completely off guard.
Give it.
I'm sorry.
That's
Give it
okay.
time to get to the mail to you, because it doesn't happen like within. It could take months to come, so it'll show up.
All right, you take
But-
care.
And the thing is, when I come in here next time, I'm gonna go in there. I'm not making a call to Gary to come in to tell him where I'm going, whatever.
And that's going to be totally up to you.
Okay, they're gonna call, I guess maybe you guys or.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
I just don't want them to harass me or assault me or something when I try walking in there and try to stop me.
You have the recording going, so you should be okay.
And I'm not gonna tell you can't come in until I have something from a judge saying
You can't not be
you
here.
can't be here. If a judge writes something that says you can't be here, that's not
Appreciate it.
different. This is
Deputy, the deputy sheriff of, I don't remember what his name. He didn't even take into account, so there's nothing signed by it. That it was just something he made up, you know what I mean? Because he thinks I'm
And he
harassing.
could have got caught off guard before you really look at it.
Yeah. Well, he should investigate as a special assistant county attorney. He should be, let's see, let me check into this, see what really happened. And instead of saying, oh, this guy was assaulted, they're trying to flip it around. Oh, you're harassing everybody. So like, so now that's why I had to do this, because they're saying I'm harassing them when I was the one that was assaulted. So I had to make a point. I didn't want to do this to her. I didn't want to do this, but they kept, from them trying to stop me from being in here, I have to do this now.
Yeah, and I
that's
think it could have been,
unfortunate.
like I told you earlier, I think it could have been ordered a little bit better if you would have just called and waited for us. I know it sucks wait for us a little bit, but we could have came and escorted you and then got it done that way as well. Because I can see her point of view as far as feeling like she's being harassed and just possibly going up there trying to get her information. I totally get that as well. And I'm sure you'd be frustrated as well too.
Well, I
Right?
didn't even go, I went to the supervisor to ask.
I know.
She didn't know either. She was scared. She didn't know.
Scared of a camera.
Yeah, but even just like take our situation together. You caught me off guard. You totally just put the camera in my face, and then
You kept on walking, so I was trying to stay away
Well,
from
I
you.
went to walk a different direction away from you, and then you followed me,
Well,
and
yeah.
then we went to walk another direction, and you followed me. And as a police officer, that is frightening. So I couldn't even imagine how she felt. You know what I mean?
Well, that
So
was
just try to take different perspectives like we are with you.
Well, of course I
Yeah.
do. You know what I mean? I know people are
Because,
kind
I
of
mean, imagine if she had like
standoffish against the camera, so that's why I stay back and I don't go up to
Well, I mean, but just imagine like you're like a family member going through that. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I get where you're coming from.
I take that
and
into
it-
consideration.
and then, I mean, I feel like if you just like kind of just hang back and just film with your little tripod without actually following somebody, you get better results. You know.
And like I said, I was standing back.
I know, but like
and I was
like
kind of like trying to follow, but you came
And
back and then I was all like,
it ended up being, a battery against you. So it kind of puts you in danger just at the same time because of the way it went about. So just be careful. I know you don't want to contact Chavez and you don't have to, but if they're willing to accommodate you that way, and that way it keeps people from freaking out and doing whatever they do to try to, I guess, defend themselves or whatever the case may be, then at least you're safe and you're not getting hurt either.
Yeah. I wanted it to be candid though, when, like a surprise.
Right.
When you guys do a drug bust, you don't call the dealers and hey, you're gonna be there.
No, I get it.
I want to see how they are naturally in their natural setting, without nobody telling them or anything. And just attach the real deal, real
All right,
life.
Carlos. Well, we'll let you go. Take care. See you around.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, they received training, so they're up to date now on how to handle that, okay?
Hey, honor your oaths, guys.
All right.
Great, man.
Leave us a good review.
Yeah, good. I get you guys. I ran out of.
that's fine.